Domo, welcome everybody. We're back at the Moida Hotel. Yippee! Yes, Domo Aviator, Domo Ikajo. Yeah, Moida House, Moida House. Get those emails ready, Borkroll, because I think we're finishing today. It's like we're heading towards the final trial. It's like we just gotta collect a little more evidence. It's like I think we were like towards the tail end of it, and then we go into the final case, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be finishing this today. But it's like, in the grand finale, we gotta piece everything together and figure out what's really going on. I did find out there isn't a true ending. Yet. So I was panicking for nothing. Everything's okay. I'm fine. Even if I found the secrets or whatever, it wouldn't have mattered. So, it's okay. All the more reason to go support the developers, buy the game, and go find the secrets yourself. So, we're Daisho Boo. Everything's fine. Double Doom Guy, welcome. It's like, well, I announce what my things happen. If you don't show up, then that's it. You gotta set an alarm. Have 20 alarms. But I'm gonna do, there's 2 more sessions left, so. Oh right, Phobia, right, we're still playing as Wiki. Almost forgot. Oh yeah, in the last stream, we found out why Wiki's afraid of elevators. It turns out they're trauma bonded. Alright, you mean the end of D&D, or is this a season 1? There's 2 sessions left, and then that's it. It's over after that. And this is season 2. We already did season 1. I'm trying to find the infirmary. I remember that was... I'm gonna have last time. Yeah, last time we talked with Wiki, it turns out she was actually guarding the guy who got together with her ex, and our ex pushed her down the stairs, so we're both traumatized because of her. Here we are, the last missing piece of our adventure. I'm curious to see what happened here. Oh, nothing special, except for maybe one thing or so. Anyway, it's time to... Where's Shafi? He's right here. Well, he's sleeping on the bed. Everyone, please don't panic. I'll take care of Millen. What happened? Is he alright? I can't say for sure yet, but my initial diagnosis is that his body's simply too exhausted. But we weren't just going to do the same dance as everyone else. I can't give him kisses right now. He's on the bed. I'll give him kisses later. Don't worry, Otradin. He's probably just not used to so much physical activity. Anyway, I need to take him to the infirmary. Mark, can you help me carry him? Sure. Hamine, would it be alright if I were to leave for a moment? Don't worry about him, Marn. I need a break anyway. I'll be seeing you later. Millen's unconscious. I think we can talk freely now. How's his condition? For now, I managed to keep him from getting worse, but he's not out of the woods yet. The timing's a bit bad. I was going to ask you for a dance, but that didn't happen just now. No worries, who cares about this stupid ball anyway? Right, it's just one of Gasfigur's many setups for a twisted murder story. So what now? I guess I'll have to stay here for the whole night. What? Why? Right, I haven't told you yet. These whiteouts symbolize a comatose body entering a critical state of resignation. Wait, you mean like they're real bodies? Yep, I've seen many guests have breakdowns in the past. Or as I like to call it, gyrop disease. Many of those who initially showed symptoms didn't recover. They died in the real world. Oh no. No way. The first person I was able to save from gyrop disease was Vahamine. I still remember how she panicked when she collapsed. I just held her in my arms and chanted whatever nonsense came to my head. And for some reason it seemed to work. Even though it took hours and I was completely exhausted, I managed to keep her with us. Sadly, she doesn't remember it, and probably never will. But enough about her. Let's talk more about these breakdowns. Listen up, for some reason I'm able to stabilize minds in the dream world. This ability of mine is the second reason why Gasfigure decided to let me keep my memories. So he more or less forced you to keep his toys. Yes, that's one way of putting it. Still, it means we can't spend the night together. I have to take care of Millen while he's in critical condition. Aw, I was really looking forward to a good cuddle session with you. Me too, Marin. Me too. Oh yeah, and they smooched last time. They're basically a couple now. It's pretty cute. That's probably a bad idea anyway, because the next murder is about to happen. So, partner, are you ready to discuss our next move? Sure, what do you have in mind? It's safe to say that the next person will be murdered either during or shortly after the end of the ball. Want to guess who it's going to be? Guest Figure usually tries to kill everyone equally over the course of his games. Considering the people who have already died, it'll either be me, Alexander, Professor Holmes, or Wilhelmine. I'm gonna barricade myself in the infirmary in case Guest Figure actually decides to murder me. Do you have a date for the next D&D? Well, I would like it to be every 3 weeks. So, like, rough estimate is the 28th. But it's like, usually I announce on Discord the week before. So that's why I'm like, go to Discord, yeah, get the notification squad role title thing, or follow me on Twitter, pick your poison. Because I usually announce it like a week in advance, regardless. So, soft date is the 28th. You'll use Discord? Okay, that's your poison then. Anyway, I'm gonna barricade myself in the infirmary in case Guest Figure actually decides to murder me. That way you'll have to resort to a boring was it Miller or not scenario. Are you sure about this plan? If it sounds boring, it's still possible for him to make such a move, right? You're worried about me? Yes, I am, even if it's only temporary. I really don't want to see you dead. It's okay, even if it hits me, I'm sure you'll be able to solve the case. And just like Baldur, I will be resurrected, and we can hang out a little longer. Then we'll do the impossible and solve the last game together. You really think we could do it? Defeat Gasfinger and wake up? I believe in your skill and my experience. We'll make a good team. Teamwork makes the dream work. And what about you? That all depends on what well-sung in Blood's gambit will be. Speaking of which, I haven't seen her at the ball yet. Well, I've heard from my resources she'll be executed at the very end of the demon ball. All the more reason to barricade myself in to stay alive. If Gasfigure does show up, I'm gonna give him a good fight. This hairpin can hurt, believe me. Yeah, we saw you pull it out last time. Maybe you should ask Gerard if he could borrow his gun. Sure, as if you would give a gun to a seemingly mentally unstable woman. Too bad I wasn't carrying mine when the coma hit me. I was lucky I didn't wake up in the lobby wearing nothing but my underwear. Gasfigure even put the dog toy I recently bought into my pockets. He should have given me some of my usual gadgets instead. There are 2 of them left, then you'll have to push harder. Save that pushing for the enemies. It's like you were able to, it's like instead of pushing me, you were able to push the horse. So focus on that instead. You might be more successful. I still can't believe it. What? A lovely girl like you as a tough gangster catcher? What's wrong with that? Well, at the top of my head, I've already come up with one big problem. Your fear of stairs is the first thing that comes to mind. How are you ever going to catch an evil mastermind hiding in a skyscraper with no elevators? Simple. I'm gonna hire me a pilot. Then jump out the parachute and enter the villain's room through the window. I guess that could work. But now for real, I wasn't afraid of stairs before I ended up here. Your stupid ex is to blame for that. Yeah, again, we talked about that last time. It is the tradition. Whatever. Anyway, where were we? The next victims. Right, since Professor Holmes has just entered the scene, it would be odd to murder him. So it's probably Alexander and Wilhelmine. Speaking of which, have you canceled your midnight date with Wilhelmine yet? Oh, right, I completely forgot. I should probably do that now. No, wait, I think you should actually meet her. What? Why? First of all, we need to maintain our incognito. Second, you should keep an eye on her during the night. My gut tells me the gas figure really wants to use her as a potential victim once the ball's over. And if it's really the case, you might get a glimpse of who the real culprit is. Do you really think you would go so far as to murder her while she's in my room with me? Yes, it could happen. So ideally, you'd keep Wilhelmine with you overnight and keep her in your sight. You sure I should do that? I know, it sounds like a terrible idea. It's like, if you try to push them, they will kill you. After all, seeing you dance with Wilhelmine has put a strain on my trust, I won't lie. Then why do you propose such a crazy thing? It's one of my many rules of an agent. Never let your personal feelings get in the way. Do whatever it takes to keep her with you. Tie her to your bed if you have to. I suppose there are some limits to what I should and shouldn't do. Yes, obviously, you should not fall in love with her. Second, I expect you to tell me everything that happened that night. So don't do anything you can't tell me while looking me straight in the eye. I know I said it would be a strain on my trust, but I absolutely promise I won't get mad as long as you're honest. If possible, don't do more than you need to. Does that work for you? I still have some reservations. Well, me too. I will probably not be able to sit still tonight knowing that Harlequin will do everything in her power to seduce you. I promise I won't do anything I'll regret. Famous last words. After all, I don't want to make enemies with a dangerous special agent. Oh, that's not the part of me you should be afraid of. Anyway, whatever happens, keep your eyes open. Even if the cat's figure tries not to hurt the detective, you never know. As for our mission briefing, you may leave the strategy room. Yes, madam. Miss Agent Hagen, before I go, I think we forgot something important. Yes? Well, I think one last kiss is annoyed you. Oh, yes, that's very important for the mission. And then they smooched. Aww. For 5 minutes? Good lord. Wiki, wait, I think we should stop now before things get out of hand. I just wanted to make sure the handsome pilot in front of me doesn't forget he's dating me while he's on a secret mission. As if I would ever forget such an important thing. So, Wiki, please take care of yourself while I'm gone. I will. If anyone tries to harm me or Millen, they'll regret it. Once this case is over, we can pick up where we left off. I hope you'll be ready for round 2 of Doggy Toy or Wiki. I'm looking forward to that. Like, cool. Now what? Oh, Elspeth. Hey, look! Elspeth's wandering around too. That's strange. What's she doing here? Hey, Elspeth, got a moment? Elspeth, wait! Why'd she run away? Mara, something's not right. This Walpurgisnacht is completely different from the others I've experienced. She must know something. In that case, let's chase after her. She went upstairs. I would if I could run, but my leg pain won't let me. So you can't climb the stairs, nor can you walk fast. Would you like me to carry you? Carry me like in your arms, like a bride? I mean, carry you on my back. Oh, that works as well. Marnie, you okay? You're breathing hard. I was overestimating my strength. It's been a while since I did that the last time. Why is there blood? Hello? Oh god. Oh god! Bard! Wiki! Help me! Oh no! Elspeth? Help me, he's gonna kill me! Wherever you are, freeze or I'll shoot! Alright, I'm not armed. Who are you? What do you want from her? Hey, where are you going? After them, we can't let them escape. Correct me if I'm wrong, but has this hallway always been here? That's bothering me as well. We can worry about that later. Let's move on. Ominous store at the end of a secret hallway. Huh. To be honest, I don't like it at all right now. Feels very similar to a recent dream I had. Elspeth was there, holding a knife. She pressured me to walk through the door. There was a blood trail leading to it too. She may be the victim instead of the culprit now, but it's still bothering me. Okay, are you really sure we should enter? I feel like there's no turning back once we're inside. I got enough scissors. I think we're prepared enough. Let's go. If you don't want to, then I'll go in alone. Wait, Wiki! Look at it! Show yourself, monster. We're not scared. Calling me a monster is not very nice, you know. Huh? You again? What are you up to now, Alentura? Oh, now it's my turn to get some screen time. I'll make sure that it'll be worth it. Whatever you've planned, please make it quick. Our time's limited. Alright, the clock is ticking. Okay, well, let me grab that card. So, what exactly do you want to know? Why did you abduct Elspeth? Well, I had to. There was no other way. But don't worry, she's sleeping now. What about all the blood? Well, I waited until Elspeth unlocked the mechanism revealing the hidden hallway, and then attacked her. She ran away after I gave her a tiny little stab, but I quickly caught up and dragged her back into the hallway. But why? It was necessary for a convincing act. I had to get your attention without saying a word. After all, I posed gas figured that I would not reveal this room to anyone. So technically, I kept my promise. Technically. This room? So what is this place? This was once Agatha's private chamber. After she disappeared, Gasfinger decided to seal it off from public view. What about his store? Why is it painted black? I want to paint it black. Alright, only a black master key can unlock her door. One need to exist. One is guarded by process, and Gasfinger had the other from Agatha. Agatha. What can you tell us about Agatha? She was the former queen of nightmares, as well as the queen of crime. Everyone adored her, especially Gasfinger and Process. They were her protégés. To me, she was like an aunt. She told me a lot about how to be a good and fearsome dream demon. Domo Bucky, welcome, how you doing? Why are we here? So, why do you want us to find this room? There's something in here that might interest you. Something? I'm not sure where it is, but I'm confident you'll locate it if you spend enough time searching. Just in case that wasn't obvious, I'm on your side. I get that, but why? I promised it to Ilmarn. As long as you strive for a happy ending, I'll support you to the best of my ability. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to take my leave again. Good luck with the treasure hunt. Well, we do have time. I had like 35 minutes last time I looked. Hey, look, it's another gramophone. Has a record on it, too. What's the title? And then there was Bun. That's an odd name. It's not a pun. I think I've heard this song somewhere before. Another drawer. Let's see what's in it. Found anything? Nope, it's empty. What about the painting? It looks like an orange cat. What's wrong? Cat looks like a capable rat catcher. Makes you say that? Just a gut feeling. I can't see it very well because it's dark. Is it Garfield? Yeah, kind of like Taffy. Exactly. What's her status? Judging by how much blood she's lost, she should be dead by now. Ever since the Waldpurgis knock is currently active, her wounds are healing. No, don't arrest him. He hasn't killed anyone today. How can we ask her? Can we ask her some questions? Not yet. She's still deeply asleep. Wiki, why are you putting your hands under her clothes? What did I say about not letting underwear get in the way of an investigation? In any case, you should take a look at this letter I just found stuck under her bra. Wiki, how? Ugh, why am I yawning? Wiki, how'd you know that? It's not the first time. She always hides important things there. Okay, fine. What's the letter say? Let's see. I hope you're ready for an unforgettable night. I'll be visiting you at 1 a.m. Looks like she's planning to visit someone and deliver this message. Was it really Elspeth who wrote this letter? Good question. It may have also been used as a form of blackmail against her. I guess we'll have to ask her once she's able to talk again. Wait, Lizzie, was that you? Could you hear us? Huh? Where am I? Martin? Wiggy? What happened? Long story short, we chased the culprit, but he escaped. Ah, right. I was stabbed. It's okay, don't cry. We'll catch him. Can you tell us what this room is for? Well, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you. Since you rescued me and found this room, I suppose it's okay to break my promise. Which promise? Mr. Gasfinger doesn't want guests to enter this room. It's sacred in a way. That's why I need to borrow his black master key to reveal the hidden passage. If he finds out I took it without permission, he'll fire me. Yeah, Delmo Locator, get those viewer streaks. Welcome, how you doing? Okay, and what can you tell us about this note about meeting someone at 1 a.m.? Oh, where'd you find it? Marin was curious then. Objection. Wiki found it while treating your wounds. That was a fast counter. I saw that coming from miles away. Huh? Sorry, Lizzie, ignore that and just tell us what it's about. All I know is that someone wanted me to hide it here. Did you write that text? I'm not allowed to talk about it. Sorry. Okay, then how about we talk about something else? Can you tell us about the mouse hole in your room? Well, I first noticed it a few days ago. I meant to report it to Roberto, but I always forget when I leave my room. So you knew about it? Yes, why are you asking about it? Also, please be honest, is it possible to enter another person's room through that hole? I don't understand, how could that be possible? Maybe there's a hidden switch that reveals a larger passageway when it's pressed. No, not that I know of. Unless you're thinking some kind of shrinking potion like Alice, I doubt the hole could be used to leave the room. That all? Just one last question to be sure. Since you said some days ago, was it already there on the first day I arrived at the hotel? Yes, I was woken up by some mouse squeaks that day. I went to gas figure's office and borrowed his rat poison bottle. When I got to my room and looked at the mouse hole, I felt kind of bad. Like a poor wee rodent. It's just not my style. All animals have a right to live on this planet. I kept the bottle in my room after a while until I was called to help with dinner. I brought it to the pantry then, planning to tell Uwe about it. In other words, the bottle was in your room for a while? Yes, I know it's not a good way to store dangerous items, I just forgot about it. Nothing bad happened at the end though, so could you please not mention it to Uwe or the other staff members? Nothing bad, huh? I see. Lizzie, thank you for telling us. That was very enlightening. Oh, no problem. May I also ask a thing? Sure. Why are you Wiki holding hands? Well, she asked for it. I thought you were interested in Miss Anderson. Please forgive me for saying this, but you're changing your love interest. Yippee! Also, the people changed their underwear. Also, please let me explain. This tall, handsome guy is my partner. Yeah, love, holding hands, let's go. Your partner? He works with me, mostly as my private pilot to get me to various places, but he's also an undercover agent. She lied, just like me. We're both hunting a serial killer, and we both deduced that it must be a woman hiding at Hotel Fafnir. That's why I told Marin to flirt with as many women as possible to try and find out something. Really? Marin's a secret agent as well? Yes, she lied. But please don't tell anyone. Being really by cover is already bad enough. You're angry with him for giving you false hope. Direct your anger at me. It was my idea. I understand. So the whole time it was just a charade. Sorry, Lizzie. If it means anything, I'm sure you'll find a good man. You're funny, cute, and... Marin. Sorry. See how easily he flirts with others when I'm not around? I don't believe how professional he could be. Right, Marin? I'll Wiki stop pulling my hair. You two are such a funny couple. Anyway, thanks for clarifying. No problem. We'll continue our investigation now. I understand. Please catch the villain who stabbed me. We will. Have a good rest. Marin, take a look. What? Huh? When'd you manage to steal that Black Master key? Well, she wasn't looking, obviously. She might. Oh, why's the phone ringing right now? I don't know, maybe someone wants to call Elspeth? Could you try mimicking her voice? No, I can't do that because of the 10th Knox rule. Anyway, let me answer the phone. Hello, you're speaking with Agatha's new secretary. How may I help you? What? Are you serious? It's for you. Really? Who is it? The base department. The what? Just kidding. It's actually the true culprit. Huh? Here, say hello to the big evil mastermind. Greetings. Ilmar and Hala, you have no idea what damage you just caused by being here. Who are you? Have we met before? I'm using a voice changer, but rest assured you know me pretty well. We even had a nice face-to-face talk not too long ago. However, I made sure to erase your memory of it. Otherwise, it would be bothersome if you knew my true identity. Hold on, you erased my memories? You heard me right the first time, Ilmarin. Though maybe this could be the perfect opportunity to help out each other. Because I have an offer that you likely can't refuse. Marin, I think someone's coming close. Hold on, it sounds like Gasfinger. Well, so much for a perfect opportunity. I'll terminate the call. Wait, maybe... Yeah, it says right here, gets unlocked in a future update, so... There's no... There's no way to access this right now. They might add in the future, so you could wish list it, and when it comes out, you could play it yourself. What's the meaning of this? Oh, hello, Gasfinger. What are you two doing in Agatha's private room? We saw Elspeth get attacked and dragged into this room, so we chased after her. We could catch the culprit, but it seems like Elspeth's recovering. What nonsense! Do you really think I'm going to believe this? Well, how about you tell us why there's a secret passage in an entire room in your hotel? It's not relevant to any of the murder cases in case that's what you're concerned about. I simply do not want outsiders entering this sacred place. The same goes for Elspeth. What was she planning to do? We don't know for sure, but it looks like she brought this message with her. Or wait, I don't think we should show that. How curious. So that's where it ended up. Double Fitz, Alice, welcome. How you doing? Got a lollipop? Got a drink? I couldn't tell what that emo was for a second there. I thought they were licking a lollipop, and then I looked like, oh, wait, no. I think I already know who's responsible for this. As I've said many times, I don't allow cheating in my hotel. I also assume that Elspeth must have borrowed one of my personal items, which you have surely already found. Yeah, it's like, now that I'm looking at it closely, it's a drink. In other words, please return the Black Master Key to me. It's dangerous in the hands of dreamers. In return, I'll tell you something you surely want to know. Okay, fine, here it is. Thank you. The letter Elspeth was carrying is a very important clue. Make sure you keep your hands on it. Oh, alright. Now, Ilmarin, please follow me to the bathroom. Or, not the bathroom, ballroom. Follow me to the ballroom. We're starting. What about me? Unfortunately, Ilmarin will have to fight without your moral support, since you still don't have the knife. But it's at the ballroom. What? Yeah, it was there the whole time. Are you kidding me? I'm sure it's there because there's nowhere else in the hotel it could be. Let me and Marin into the ballroom and showing you where the knife is will be the first thing I do. Yeah, we're going to the ballroom. That's oddly specific, but so be it. This better not be a trick again. But what if it is? The text is in purple, so it's hard to say. Wiki, for the last time, where is it? Should be around here somewhere. Use one of your funny greetongues on me if you don't believe me. I guarantee it's the truth. Wiki, I'm about to make a special announcement, after which I'd like to proceed to the final trial. Why can't you stop complicating things and cooperate for once? Now you sound like Professor Holmes. Wiki! Chill, I have an idea. How about I hand it to you during the announcement? You can give me a cue when I should come up to the stage so your Professor Holmes can finally do what you want with it. Ilmarin will lose on the spot if this is another trick. You hear me? Yeah, don't worry. Wiki, Marin, please. Have I ever done something dumb in the last few seconds? What I meant to say is, I trust you. Oh! Thank you. You won't regret it. Where is she going? She's heading straight toward... I don't like this one bit. Out of my way, I need that card. I saw in the flashback of like, I need that card. Give it to me. Oh, and there's another one over here. Unfortunately, I can't really talk to anyone. Is there any more cards at least? Yes? No? Don't think so. Oh! Agent Hagen, I think that's close enough. If you want to throw rotten eggs at the prisoner, you may do so from this distance. Oh, I don't plan to waste valuable food on such a thing. Is the demon lady. Why is she not saying anything? I used some sleep paralysis sand on her, just to be double sure that nothing goes wrong. Out of curiosity, why didn't you remove the needle that goes straight through her head? Can't she use that as a weapon? She goes into an uncontrollable blood rage the moment the needle's removed. Smash, obviously. With a hammer. As long as blood is flowing out of her head, not even sleep paralysis is able to stop her. But since her limbs are constrained, there's nothing she can do that we need to fear. And even if something were to happen, Namaris is here to stop her. Namaris, what can he do?
Allow me to demonstrate my skills. Have you ever just stared at the sky, thinking something scary will fall on your head?
I'm not a ghost, so no. Ooh, fire.
Here, look at mighty crimson sun.
Oh, you can catch fireballs! Ooh! I like fireballs.
Not just fireballs, the crimson sun and the Mars can grow almost infinitely and swallow everything. Anyone who tries to oppose Sandman will face impending doom. This is only 0.001% of its power. It took me a long time to scale down its strength.
They're gonna throw fireballs at her if she tries to break out and then eat her? Got it.
No, it's different. Didn't you listen?
Not completely. The fireball is too mesmerizing.
The Mars feels useless in this environment. Can't change my size without accidentally destroying everything.
Don't worry, I think your time will come when you get to show your true strength again. Let's hope it's not today. I don't want another escalation here. Wait, so you're actually really powerful?
I'm the strongest!
In terms of power scaling, nobody could potentially beat Namaris when he unleashes his full power. Not even a berserking while sung and blown could compete with Namaris. Wow. But if you're so strong, then why aren't you like the big boss?
Hierarchy is never based on power alone.
Like pass on the walrus man. It's like I know of the movie Tusk, and that's all I need to say pass.
Wits, experience, trust, and charisma are equally important. A physically strong agent isn't necessarily boss of your organization, right?
Oh, good point. Now, what to do next? I don't even think about getting close to her. You hear me?
Me? I never.
Now hush. Remember what you promised and fetch me the item. Oh, Marnin, I will never understand what you find charming about this insufferable person. Pet or pet, Taffy? Pet, obviously. She could be cute at times. Ladies, gentlemen, and fellow demons, may I have your attention? As you know, there was once an ugly war between the Tarnkappe wearers and the horned demons.
They got a petty, obviously.
It was a bloody feud that recently ended with our triumph. However, we did suffer losses. You may recall my mentor and predecessor, Agatha. She was killed by those vile beasts while shielding me from an attack. Since then, I've been grieving and plotting my revenge. And today, I am pleased to announce that we will publicly execute the murderer. You heard me correctly, my dear audience. Let me introduce the Queen of Man, Walsungenblut. She is the last remaining horned demon who opposed us, and I captured her alive. Ahem. Aren't we forgetting something? Right, how silly of me. Process was also involved in a catcher, providing me with the strongest chains in the world of nightmares. The first two chains he provided failed, though, which almost cost me my life. It wasn't my fault the dwarves did a sloppy job. In any case, I want to say that with tonight's execution, justice will finally be served. Observe her well, for this is the final moment of her miserable existence.
Oh, Domo Brick Bogman, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Let me give you a shout out. Oh, you got it, Porkle. Thank you. Yeah, Domo Raiders of Blade the Loom, Kitsune Hunter / Animal Tamer,
And today we're playing the Moida Hotel, where murders happen in a hotel. But it's also actually a dream with demons in it, and they're gonna and the demons with the fancy hats are gonna try and execute this demon with the horns. And we also have to solve some murder mysteries on top of that. How goes hotel murder? It's been going good. So it's like, if you like your Moida mysteries, I do recommend it. Undo the sleep paralysis process. Understood. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Brick Muppet. Hope you had a good time with Elizir. I hope you got whatever you were rolling for in your gotchas. If you gotta eat or sleep or whatever, kick back, go ahead. Otherwise, kick back, relax, and enjoy the Moidas. Can you play the prequel to Living Hotel? If they make one. Now, as any good executor would, I'll ask you something. Brick is from Hayaverse. I recognize the name, so... Cool. So yeah, thanks again for the raid. Now, as any good executioner would, I'll ask you something. Any last words?
Oh, thank you for the biddies, Brick Muppet. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
What, Will, you have to raid a run though? Have a good stream? Yeah, if you gotta raid a run, go do it. Thank you again for the bits of the raid. You have a good night. The Horn Demon shall never give in to your demands. Our bloodlines have endured time and time again. My death will change nothing. My only regret is I did not manage to take your life as well, Zapplefinger. Never say that name again, you. Gastfinger. Right. Why should I care about the words of a lowly creature like you? You've caused me so much suffering. Because of you, Process and I lost our mentor. She was the one who stood up for me and believed in my strength. Only thanks to her am I now able to act as Sandman's right-hand man. Even now, at this very moment, I still lament the fact that she gave up everything to shield me. All those murders I've committed in this hotel were to honor Agatha's legacy as the queen of crime. Like, sure, buddy. As for my final word as the executioner, rot in hell for what you've done, Walsungenblut. Okay, bye. Hello. Mikey, what are you doing? Oh, this was my cue. Am I too early? Never mind, then I'll just take the black knife Walsungenblut had with her and walk back to my seat. Wait, what? Walsungenblut had it the whole time? Impossible. I thoroughly checked for anything hidden unless... Don't tell me she stabbed herself and endured the pain the whole time. Oh god, I have to voice this guy again. I always struggle with this guy. I don't know why. It should just be a masculine British accent. And yet I struggle with this guy every time he appears on screen. Give me a second to try and get character. Oi, mate. Cheeky Cheerios. Pip pip. Oi, governor. Lovely day with the missus. Okay. Miss Hagen, that's enough messing around. Oh, Professor, I was just about to hand it to you. Gasfinger said he'd do something naughty to me if I didn't personally deliver the knife to you. I doubt that's what he said, but thank you for finally returning it. What was all that about anyway? Did you know Walsungenblut had the knife? I didn't know. She lied. I just instinctively went up to her corpse to write an autopsy report. Miss Hagen, you may have fooled me once, but I'm not believing any of your lies this time. In any case, it'll take valuable time to remove Walsungenblut's soul from the knife. Wait a moment. Don't tell me you were in cahoots with her. Okay, then I won't tell you. Prof? You little... Hey, Mr. Sandman. Mr. Sandman. Send me a shant. What is it now? I thought about your offer and I think it could be fun. Pardon? Really? Of course. Would you like to discuss the details at my table? Gladly, that's great news. But why the sudden change of heart? Since the hotel's closing anyway, I'm available for an adventure. How about you order us some wine and I'll wait at my table for you? Good idea! See you in a moment, doppelganger. I hope you realize that he was only 2 seconds away from gouging your eyes out. You definitely owe me one now.
Thanks, ma'am.
Oh, Vette. Wait, are you okay? Holmes got extremely mad at me just now. I've never experienced something like this before. Even worse, I couldn't figure out what to do with the knife. I failed while so good bled hard. At least you're alright. Just barely. The gas figure wants to start the trial. I gotta leave now. Wiki, take care. Yeah, I imagine if in the alternate / true ending, you might be able to actually save her. That's my guess. And if she had the knife on her, she probably, like, pulls it out and, like, attacks or something. That's just a guess, though. Martin, wait a second.
Oh, Taffy's here. Come here, Taff. There you are.
Something important you should know about the last round. Wiki, remember what I said about not telling Amar the details?
Alright, I'll give Taffy kisses now.
Mwah. There we go.
Who wants to pet the kitty?
Fine, I'll be quiet. I'll figure it out one way or another. Hopefully.
Tell me.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow dream demons, now that while Sung and Blood is gone, this hotel has served its purpose as the cage that kept her trapped. To celebrate, I invite you to join me for one final round of entertainment. I know you've all been eagerly awaiting the grand finale. This time, our esteemed detective Ilmar Hala is tasked with figuring out the truth behind all the murders that have occurred in this hotel. Can he explain all the impossible murders for all 3 cases using the same culprit for everything? I can! It was you, Gasfinger! What a comedian we are today! I hope that's not the conclusion you reached over the past hour. Of course not, I just wanted to get the crowd in a mood. I see, you're slowly taking on the role of an entertainer. It was easier to stay calm that way since the stakes couldn't be higher. Will Amarn get his freedom back, or will my scissor blades finally quench their thirst for new thumbs? We shall find out in a moment. Before we start, let's check the bets. Wait, I forgot to select a rival. How silly of me. In that case, is there anyone who wishes to duel Ilmar and Hala? Here! That'll be your phrase. Are there any volunteers who don't plan to lose on purpose? Such a shy audience. But I guess I've already found my victim. You there, lady in pink. Oh, Christina. What? You mean me? Of course, Miss Christina Mikowitz. How are you feeling today? Well, I recently lost my sister, so I'd say awful. Understandable, her death was tragic. Meanwhile, Mr. Hollow was able to clear his name. It's questionable if Wiki is actually a murderer. But say, weren't you maybe to make a career as an actress? An actress? Me? Well, I've done some acting here and there, but I'm usually just behind the camera. I'll say another word, I have the perfect deal for you. As you've noticed, I'm a hotelier with supernatural powers. If you compete in Marnhall in court, I'll grant you one wish. Destroy whatever silly theory he comes up with. Don't let him expose the true culprit. Wait, what? You want me to protect the monster who killed my sister? That's what I said. Okay, and what can I wish for? Anything you like. How about more wishes? No. In that case, could you bring my sister back and return her freedom? That should be possible. If you guard the true culprit's secret, Miss Anderson will be revived and be able to leave the hotel with you. Sounds good. Give me a moment to think about it. Okay, let's see. If my sister is revived, it's as if she was never murdered. And if she wasn't murdered, then there's no need for a culprit. So it's the morally correct thing to do, right, Odradin? You are promised at the house. Your promise that the house burned down by the arsonist will be rebuilt. In my book, that doesn't change the fact that the crime was committed. In fact, that's what one of those politicians you despise would do. Whatever. Oh, what did I even ask? You asked because you wanted to reach the moral high ground. That was a rhetorical question. Now leave me be. Anyway, I accept the challenge. I'll be the rival. Wonderful. May I escort you to the stage? No need. I'll be there in a moment. I'll check it. Okay. Now that both of our contestants are present, everyone has 1 minute to place their bets. Will Amar be the first and last person to expose the true culprit of the hotel? Or will Christina thwart him, causing him to crash and burn? Let's go, Marin! All my money's on you! I'm also betting the amount he owes me for my help. If you win, it'll pay off your debt. Thanks, guys. All these gambling addicts these days. Well, you know what? I'll bet my snowboard on Christina. On her? You're joking. She's too emotional to be a good match for him. Don't underestimate a woman dedicated to getting what she wants. You're more likely underestimating a man who doesn't really want to lose his thumbs. Go, Marin. I bet my bicycle that you'll make it.
Roberto, what do you think? Should I place a bet on my boy, Marin? Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose unless you've manipulated the outcome yourself. Oh, that makes sense. Nothing I don't want to lose. In that case, I'll bet your remaining vacation days on Ilmar. Excuse me. That was a joke. I'll use mine, of course.
I think all of you are underestimating Christina. She knows no boundaries when she wants something.
Do you mean she'll cheat if necessary?
It could be. My money goes to her.
Interesting. Thanks to Gerard, I have some spare change as well, so I might use it. What's wrong, Sarah?
I want to bet on the outcome because I'm afraid it might influence the results. However, I'm sure Christina will try to gain an advantage illegally.
How does one cheat at a trial like this anyway? She can't suddenly forge evidence or anything.
We shall see. I would like to suggest a bet between just the two of us. If you get her doing something illegal and point out to me, I'll ask you out.
Sarah, that's a joke, right?
I don't make jokes about that, considering my way of thanking you for taking care of me last night.
Say no more. It's time to lock on.
Not sure if I can watch this. Sandman, it's starting!
Oh, I can see that.
Aren't you excited to see who will come in on top? I could never get enough of the thrill of watching an intellectual battle of wits.
Is that why you enjoy stealing others' identities so much?
In what way?
Committing murder and stealing identities are similar in nature. Often one thing leads to the other. But you're not one to cause mindless bloodshed, you just enjoy the challenge, don't you?
Yes, I do. So what do you think? Who is going to win?
Before I answer, I'd like to make something clear. You were annoyed with me because you thought I didn't understand you.
I never.
I understand you better than you think, Miss Doppelganger. You're not the first void demon I've encountered. You ask me who I think will win, assuming I would make a blind guess. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you because I know Gasfinger better than anyone in this room. The winner is the one who makes Gasfinger lose the least.
In that case, Christina will win, right? Wait. Would Gasfinger gain more if Ilmarinen wins?
If you really want to get close to Gasfinger, there's still a lot you have to learn about him.
Why does it feel like I'm talking to a father-in-law now? It's been a long minute, but the betting's now closed. Thank you all for participating. Interesting. The amount and number of pets are both 50-50. I guess no one is sure how good Christina's detective abilities are. However, the fact that I've never lost a case is still... significant. Okay. Wait, does that mean everyone thinks I'm a noob? I'm not sure what that means, but I assume that they are underestimating you. Oh man, nobody believes in me. Christina, don't let that get to you. You might not remember, but until now, I was constantly fighting against the odds. I have no idea how good you are at court battles, but I know you care about your sister a lot. Thanks, I guess. Crash Pilot, I have a request. I know I said I really wanted to figure out who killed my sister, but could you go easy on me?
Oh, Domo Shanika, thank you for the raid! Domo, welcome, Raiders! It's the pom-pom raid, let's go! Domo, welcome, Raiders! I'm Blade Delude, Kids Today, /Adel Tabor. And today we are playing Moida Hotel, where there are Moidas going on in the hotel, like we're about to start a court case. So, you know, you'll get to see that in action. He's like, I don't want to go in the washer. So yeah, it's like, thanks again for the raid. If you gotta eat or sleep or whatever, go ahead. Otherwise, kick back, relax, and enjoy the Moidas. Like, hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good time with whatever you were playing. Get your shout out here. There we go. Yeah, hope you had a good time with the Mega Mans. Yeah, thanks again. No, I have to take this seriously. I will figure out who the true culprit is and expose them. You won't stop me. Excellent. Oh yeah, Double Road Dog, welcome. How you doing? Gas figure, I'm ready to take down this Crash Pilot. Bring it on, Christina. I'm not scared of you. The contestants fired each other up. What a great way to start the final chapter of this hotel. I saw a card up here. I'm gonna take that. That's mine now. Oh boy. Who's the true culprit? The court is now in session for the trial of the final murder hotel case. As in the second case, Ilmarin only needs to present a theory this time. After the opening statement, Christina is free to attack the theory from all angles. Ilmarin can win under two conditions. First, he must figure out who the true culprit is. Second, he must be able to explain all the tricks I used with the true culprit. Hey, who exactly is the true culprit, and why did you mention your tricks? That's kind of confusing, Mr. Gasfinger. Christina has a point. It may be a bit late, but I'll briefly explain the whole situation. I murdered everyone, of course. But there's a true culprit who acted on my behalf. You're doing good. How goes the mystery murder? And it's going good. As you can see, we're on the final case. We have to solve the whole shebang. I possessed a human body, so to speak. While I can easily go in and out of locked rooms using my warp ability, I always ensure that my crimes can be explained in a way that is possible for humans. This true culprit serves as my representative. This ensures that my game is fair. A detective should not waste time trying to solve something that is impossible. Ensuring that it's possible is like promising that my stories were not written by an artificial life form. Ugh. No AI. Okay, but what about the true culprit? Whose identity do I need to defend? Good point, Christina. It appears my head's in the clouds today. I just don't like when it's abused. This Alentura will whisper the details about the true culprit, as well as events from previous chapters you may not remember. Oh, okay. Amar, please excuse us for this brief recess. Yeah, that's bad. Stop abusing SiriBot. No problem. I was already wondering how Christina was going to defend a true culprit's identity if she doesn't even know who it is. Okay, I think I understand. It's a lot of complicated stuff, though. The true culprit must be a genius. A genius? What are you talking about? Oh, you almost caught me off guard, Crash Pilot. Since when did you learn to use underhanded tactics? Can't hurt to try. You gotta work for your win. Amarin, please give us your opening statement. Who do you think it is? Before I say who it is, I think I should probably weed out those who can't be the culprit in any case. The first person should be Professor Holmes. On which basis do you rule Professor Moriarty Holmes out? This one.
Knox first. The culprit must be one of the original 14 humans who were present at the beginning. Yeah, he came way later. Professor Holmes wasn't here during the first 2 cases, and on top of that, he's actually a dream demon. That's true. I only included Mr. Sam on this list for aesthetic reasons. Yeah, it does make a nice even row of bodies, so I'll give you that. There's one more person that can be ruled out already, and that's me. I can't be the true culprit either. Based on which fact? Knox 7th. I'm the detective, and I didn't murder anyone in this hotel. Really? Then why did you say so from the start? What? All the hatred I felt for you was for nothing. Now with that out of the way, we can now move on to discussion. Wait, hold on. I have an important question. Does it matter if, for whatever reason, the crash pilot decides to make a theory involving me as the true culprit? Should I accept all the theories involving me in order to protect the real killer and still win? Interesting question, Christina. Lamar will lose if he picks someone who isn't the real culprit, even if that person is his rival. During this court session, it's not just about letting the detective figure out the truth. It's also important to deceive him by throwing in objections meant to confuse him. For example, if Lamar goes for the Holmes culprit theory, he could object all his home-related theories to draw him off. After all, the more you defend a certain person, the more likely they are to be the real actual culprit. So, I have to utilize pink herrings to throw him off. Got it. Are they supposed to be red?
Pink's cuter.
So, Amar, please explain us the truth about Elspeth's death in the first case. How did the culprit really escape from the crime scene? Remember, the method you choose must be possible for the potential true culprit you select. Claiming that someone was hiding under the bed won't earn you any points today. Alright, here goes nothing. No animal is involved in any of the crimes. I gotta remember that because of the mouse hole. Try this one. Listen to me, the door was locked when Isabel tried to open it with the key. Only when he tried to tackle the door open, it was locked. In other words, the culprit must have left the room during that time. When we returned, I forgot to check if the door was still locked. I clearly remember Ismail mumbling that the key didn't turn all the way. So, are you saying that the culprit was in Elspeth's room when you and Ismail found the blood on her door? Exactly. The culprit must have left the room while Ismail and I were fetching the others. So, who comes into question? Let's see. Elspeth and Gerard were dead, so they could be ruled out. Ismail and I found the crime scene together and went downstairs to the bar. It can't be him. Meanwhile, Roberto Alexander and Sir Angel were at the bar. Lupita and Millen were playing cards at the time, and I was in Valhelmine's room with her, so there are only 3 people left. Your true culprit must either be Wiki, Uwe, or Clara. Wait, Christina. I recall something weird about the 2 of you when it came to the time of the crime. Valhelmine did have an alibi because you were in her bathroom most of the time. And you briefly didn't have an alibi since you apparently had to get your towel from your room. So your thing was one of us? Are you nuts? It's possible. I guess it is. I have no objections. Go ahead with whatever theory you're working on. Fine, let me cross out everyone had an alibi during that time. The only people who should be left are Christina, Valhelmine, Wiki, Uwe, and Clara. Understood. I'll adjust the roster. And don't forget, if you reach a dead end, you could go back for a small penalty. Is there a difference between small and normal-sized penalties? Do you really want to know? Why'd they focus on the animals? Because it's a blue truth. And also, there's a mouse hole in the room, so it's like, the mice themselves might not be involved, but the mouse hole could be involved. So, that's just something to know. So you can't be like, oh, I trained this mouse to carry a knife and stab people. You can't do that. Better not. Hey, Crash Pilot, I have a question for you. When did you discover Elspeth's body again? It was around 3:15 in the morning. This happened after I visited Roberto in the bar and brought him up to the 2nd floor. But what if it was true? Nah, the blue truth said no animals were involved. So if no animals were involved, then no. When did you see Isabel ram against the door? It must have been around 3. In that case, I'd like to say something. I was in Valhelmine's room between 2:12 and 3:15. Whatever you're trying to come up with, you'd better not include me. What if Taffy was involved? Never. I see. He's too fat to fit through the mouse hole. I'll update the list for you, Marin. The number of potential suspects is already surprisingly small. People on it, I'm not sure if I can create a theory involving any of them for the later cases. Proving that Clara was not the culprit was the whole point of the second case. And Wiki, despite how silly things she did, would she really be so cringe as to murder someone? Seems that Uwe and Valhamine are my only real candidates now. Wait. Why did Christina already tell me about her alibi? I didn't even... Crash pilot, what's wrong? Did your brain fry? I think I made a mistake. That's true. I heard that flying in the blizzard's the good for you. That's not what I meant. I was talking about this case. Why? So far, it sounds pretty logical that the door was unlocked when Isabel used the master key. Yes, but then... Can't be Clara, and I doubt it's Wiki. And wait, it was never murder Elspeth. That leaves only one person, right? Yes, but that's Valhamine. What's the problem with that? Why can't it be Valhamine? No one committed suicide. During the second case, you said that no one committed suicide. Valhamine was the sole victim in the third case. If suicide's not an option, then she can't be the culprit. Great thinking! I guess you deserve a heart for that. Now, let me explain why this doesn't rule her out. It's really radically possible that Valhamine died in an accident while she was in your room during the third case. Accident? What I mean to say is that there were no suicides is a global blue truth. It affects all three cases. However, you can still choose Valhamine as the culprit as long as you can explain it how she died in the third case without committing suicide. I feel like both Gasfinger and Christina are trying to push me toward the Valhamine culprit theory. That it most likely wasn't her. I have to change my line of thinking. Oh, Martin, can we proceed? No. The two of you are trying to lure me into a trap. I mean, you're not wrong. That's the whole point of being your rival. But you have no idea what kind of trap I'm setting. Christina, were you in Valhamine's bathroom the whole time? Yep, I briefly left to get my towel around 2:10 though. Did you hear Valhamine leave the room? I didn't pay attention to that. I was busy singing a Polish song about a dancing camel banding. Oh, bathing. Cow. Moo. She might have left without me noticing. Damn it, I'm stuck. What's wrong? Are you afraid to use my sister in your theory? It's not your sister, I know it. A tunnel, what should I do? Does anyone have an idea? Wiki Gerard? I don't remember handing out audience jokers, so stop asking them for help. You could either use Valhamine in your theory or give up. I'd sell my soul to get. Feeling insecure? You mean this one? Let me see what that one is. I probably know exactly what you're talking about. I do know exactly what you're talking about. That's probably the one she was singing about. Feeling insecure? Having a hard time? What's going on now? Where does this voice come from? From above, perhaps? Are you struggling to protect your stolen assets while the victims try to get them back? Don't worry, I have the perfect invention for you. Spallanzani, what's the meaning of this? I'm very sorry, Mr. Gasfinger. I have no idea who turned my peer virtually anywhere device. This is my cabinet, mankind's greatest invention. Forget using keys to lock your doors, they're so prehistoric. All you need is a sturdy cabinet to prevent the robs from getting in through your door. Order one and get two. Don't miss out on our... I'm very sorry for this. It seems that the uninvited Elder Demon Miphos has hijacked this device to cause confusion. But this problem has now been dealt with. Rest assured. This better be the only interruption. Thank you, Miphos. You have no idea how much this helped me. Though I do hope it did not actually cost my soul. It's time to abandon the idea that the door was only locked once, because Elspeth's door was never locked with a key to begin with. One theory caught my eye. Look at it now, it must be the true solution. Elspeth's door was never locked in the first place, not even when Ismail was ramming against it. Hey, that was my theory back then, if I'm not mistaken. How do you remember that? Alan Tura told me about it. I mean, it's related to the true culprit theory? Could be. So, this is the part where I have to raise an objection, right? You don't have to. Oh, but I really want to try it out. Everyone watch me! I'll scream as loud as a phoenix. Objection! You saw how Isabel tried to open the door by ramming into it. Don't argue that the door only opens outward, because that's not the case. How could the door be unlocked if not even a strong man like Ismail could open it by force? Cabinet. Objection, it looks like you've been missing out on the news. Whether a door is locked or unlocked, you can't go through if a cabinet's blocking your way. Ismail may be strong, but even a strong force succumbs to an immovable object. Wait, you can't seriously be suggesting that. I have multiple problems with your solution. Where do I even begin? Objection! How do you explain that it wasn't in the front of the door when you got into the room? It wasn't in front of the door when you got there. Ropes? Yeah. Objection, it's because the culprit moved the cabinet with a rope. A rope? Jesus Christ. With each word, this theory becomes more ridiculous. Where should the culprit have gotten a rope? Well, there's one in the basement. If I'm not mistaken, you should definitely know about it since you used it to tie up Wiki. Right. That rope. The culprit left the room and used a rope to move the cabinet from the outside. From the outside. Okay. I bet your next claim is that he placed the rope all the way over the window into another room. Is that how the mouse hole plays into this? Objection! Don't try to steer my thoughts in that direction. Why would you need a window when you could use something much closer to the cabinet like a mouse hole? Hang on. There's a mouse hole in my hotel? Mins and Mons, check Elspeth's room immediately for pests. Sorry, please continue with your completely absurd theory, Ilmarin. It's not absurd. Look, Christina hasn't objected yet. I'm just not sure what to object to yet. Who would use a rope and a mouse hole to commit a locked room murder? On top of that, who would have enough strength to move the cabinet like that when not even Ismail could move it? Objection, with the help of a rope and pulley system, anyone could move a heavy object like that. Even you. Wait, did you just call me weak? No, I mean it's possible for anyone. Because if I can lift it, then everyone else can too, because they're stronger than me? Whatever. What I want to say is that with enough mechanical advantage, like let's say ×4, you could easily move a heavy object like that. Mechanical advantage? Objection. Knox number 4. No drugs, poisons, or mechanical devices that require lengthy scientific explanations are allowed. Why do you bring that up? You just made me remember something. Objection. Process specified when he explained in the Knox rules that using a rope and pulley system to move a wardrobe is a legitimate solution. Right. I did mention that, yes. But that's like complex physics. That's almost as impossible to understand as irrational numbers. It's not complicated. Given enough rope and like 4 pulleys, it's possible anything in your direction. What a load of misery. Oh, where were the pulleys supposed to be? Without them, you can't get any mechanical advantage. Explain yourself, Crash Pilot. Why can't you find them if they exist? Not that one. Wait, why did it circle me back? I was like, why did it take me back here? Like, I'm a little confused. Alright, let me see. Didn't penalize me at least. Yeah, the ropes. Mouse hole. Rope and pulley system. Okay. Why is there an option to talk about pink herrings? Well, we're about to find out. The answer is the pink underwear.
Normal Venom's welcome. How you doing?
Cash pilot? Christina? Why couldn't I find the ropes or the pulley? That's what I asked you. I know. The thing is, I could have easily found them. Then why didn't you? There were fish in my way. If I had gone after them, the shark would have torn me to pieces. Crash pilot, are you alright? Christina? Are you just pretending that you don't understand? Or are you trying to act like you haven't noticed yet? I have the same question for you, Gasfinger. Are you prepared for the truth? I never wasn't prepared. Spill the beans, Ilmarin. So be it. Objection. I couldn't find the rope and trolley because the pink herrings on your underwear were in the way. Ah. What? Back then, when I investigated Valhelmine's room, I found a suspicious box under her dress. But I couldn't reach it because you were watching me closely and you left your underwear on the drying rack. Yeah, because you can see there's like the dress here and there's a rope in the picture. The rope's right there. Holy shit. It was there the whole fucking time. Oh my god. You purposely placed it there so that a decent man like me wouldn't dare get close to the box behind it. So, there was a box behind the drying rack, and this box was also covering the mouse hole on the Valhelmine's side. Yeah, it turns out the pink herrings were actually very important. It's like, yes, ma'am, we have to look at your underwear. It's important for the plot. This box was also covering the mouse hole on Valhelmine's side. The culprit must have sat in Valhelmine's bathroom and pulled the cabinet. No, wait, let's do this in order. First, the culprit murdered Gerard and Elspeth. Then, they applied the rope that they had brought around the wardrobe in Elspeth's room and pushed the other end through the mouse hole into Valhelmine's room. Next, the murderer left Elspeth's room without locking any doors. Then, they moved to Valhelmine's room, where they connected the rope to the pulleys they had brought with them. Finally, they sat in the bathroom and slowly pulled the rope until the cabinet was in front of the door. They waited until they heard someone trying to forcibly enter Elspeth's room or knock on the door in order to create the illusion of a locked room. Once they made sure the air was clean, they pulled the cabinet the rest of the way across the room. Because Ismail didn't check the door when he returned, the room accidentally became an even more complex, locked room in the culprit's favor. This sounds amazingly absurd, doesn't it? Oh, I know it does. But that's not as absurd as being stuck inside a nightmare where I'm forced to solve murders for the crooked, scissor-wielding dream demon.
Yeah, I do have glasses for Dean. Yeah, the glasses.
Gotta put my thinky glasses on. Ilmarin Hala, please say it. Do me a favor. Because you asked so nicely using my full name, I'll give in. Miss Christina Mikiewicz. You are the true culprit. You murdered everyone on Gasfinger's behalf. You're the evil genius that came up with all those messed up murders. Huh. It's hilarious to hear that. Someone really thinks I have what it takes to be an evil mastermind. You have no idea how much I enjoy that. Please don't get too caught up in the moment, or else we still have a trial to go through. Okay, fine. Martin, are you expecting a big villain speech right now? Yes. Yeah, shitting the birds. And forfeit your right to choose someone else. I should do what? I want you to announce that you don't believe it could have been anyone else. Why should I do that? Well, Christina wants is free to confirm that your theory is the final one. Once you do that, you will be able to change your choice of the true culprit. You already announced publicly that you think she's the culprit. Now you have to decide whether to forfeit your right to select another culprit or drop the idea that Christina's the culprit completely. What? Since when has that been a thing? Oh, I just made that up now. Since the grand finale, I thought it would make things more interesting. What? Are you serious? My court, my rules. Oh, Bard, do you really think anyone else could carry out all these complicated murders? Well, wait. Are you actually doubting me now? Were you just pointing your finger at me, proclaiming that I killed everyone? What's the hold up now? Either you have the absolute best poker face I've ever seen, or I'm about to fall into the biggest trap imaginable. You're too paranoid. How about we ask the audience what they think? Hey everyone, am I the culprit? Please tell me.
Christina! Christina! Christina!
See? Everyone thinks it's me. You solved it. Congratulations, Omar and Hala. Come on, announce it. I'm your final choice. You'd be the first detective to discover my identity. If you can't explain all the gas fingers' methods involving me, you'll still get a lot of prestige. I don't care about prestige. I care about not losing. Ilmar and Hala, choose your destiny now. Am I the true culprit? Yes or no? I can't say no. I can't say no. I can't say no. You know what? Why am I even scared? The proof that you're the real culprit is right here. I don't need to look for another suspect when I know it could only have been you. Yeah. You almost chickened out. If I'm not the real culprit, then Ilmarin loses immediately. Right, Gasfinger? That's right. It would mean the trial would come to an end quickly. And that's where I have a great idea. Since this is the last trial, how about we continue regardless of whether Ilmarin's right or wrong? That way we could duke it out until Ilmarin hits his mental limit instead of him just getting slapped with the bitter reality that he was wrong. You're cruel. I like it. Well then everyone, Ilmarin has chosen his true culprit and there's no going back now. How will they explain the remaining cases using only Christina as the perpetrator? What do you mean by remaining cases? There's still one thing we haven't talked about, Elspeth's locked room murder case. Oh, pardon me. Who am I to take away your right to voice your objection? Ilmarin, solve my riddle. You claim that I was the one who murdered Elspeth, but how should that be possible? I was getting my towel from the time between 2:10 and 2:12. Getting my towel from my room and murdering two people is entirely impossible. So what's the answer? It's impossible to surely didn't bring your towel. Objection, I brought my towel. Is even the thing, are you really want to share a towel with your half-sister? Maybe you guys in Finland don't know about it, but there's something called hygiene. Christina, please don't mock an entire nation based on one person's limited knowledge. We're better than that. Sorry, I guess it's just a man thing to not know about hygiene. As for why is mocking a whole gender okay now? Could you please stop this kindergarten nonsense and get back on track? There's a murder to discuss. You didn't murder them during that time? I have to remind you that I was in Valentine's room from 2 a.m. to 3:15 except for those 2 minutes. Elspeth and Gerard were still alive at 2 a.m. Therefore, claiming that I murdered them at a different time is impossible. You're right, it is impossible. Huh. It's possible to get your towel if it's in your room, but who's to say you didn't store it somewhere else nearby beforehand, like in the elevator? Murder those two, set up the rope and pulley, quickly grab your towel, done. You know how short 2 minutes are? Not for someone who's possibly killed dozens of people by that point. I have no objections. An experienced murderer could certainly do that in 2 minutes. With that being out of the way, how about we move on to the next point? Yes, we guys said next point, but I feel like we should talk about what happened before Elspeth and Gerard were murdered. So, Marin, how's it going trying to gobble down the truth? No matter how poisonous it is, everyone wants more. Huh? You say I'm the culprit, Marin? Then prove it here and now. Please tell me I poisoned you, I dare ya. Well, Elspeth was the target. Let's start with the basics. You poisoned Elspeth's muffin and I accidentally ate it. You're still relying on the basics at this point? Objection, I never set foot in the kitchen that day. You don't have to enter the kitchen to poison a muffin. You found the poison in the kitchen, didn't you? How did it end up there? As you explain, Elspeth put it there. Objection, if you put it there, then how should I have access to its content? Perhaps you didn't need the bottle to put poison or muffin. How? Hold it, it's easy to do with a perfume bottle. A perfume bottle? Are you having a fever dream again? Far from it, watch me. These are the poured contents from one bottle to the other. You took the poison bottle beforehand and put some of its contents in an empty bottle perfume as a substitute. Then when no one was watching in the dining room, you sprayed the poison onto Elspeth's muffin with it. Marin, how could you? You figured out my trick, I can't believe it. Now I don't think I'm a villainess. I don't want to go to jail again. I'm too young to end up rotting in one. Reap what you sow. Marin, I was joking. Do I look afraid? I'm not a murderer. In fact, I'll show you that you've been wrong from the beginning. You're bluffing. I figured out your second trick and you know it. Let me tell you something. If I were actually the culprit, I'd be offended by the fact that this is the solution you came up with. I think it's time for a reality check. Objection. Your theory is nonsense because I never intended to poison Elspeth in the first place. Huh? What? Surprised, eh? The pink girl could use blue truth. Christina, why'd you phrase it that way? You should have said true culprit and not I. Oops, I got a little too excited and crashed his fragile theory like a wave hitting a sandcastle. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's stuck now because he can't come up with a different theory about who the culprit is. You're right, you never wanted to poison Elspeth. That means you played ahead and somehow knew I would steal her muffin. Objection. Box number 2. All murders have to be explained in a way that is humanly possible. There's no way someone like me could have known you'd do that in advance. And just to be clear, you were definitely accidentally poisoned. If Christina never intended to poison Elspeth or me, then who was her real target? This person be the one? No, wait. There's a more logical option. No. Right. Objection! We got this wrong from the beginning! I completely forgot for a moment that there was more than one victim in that case. I dare say Elspeth was never the prime target. It was Gerard. Gerard, you say? So Gerard was the intended victim. How do you explain the arsenic ending up in your stomach? Hold on, Gerard offered me a drink from his wine glass. That glass had been on the table before I arrived. You had the chance to put poison in it. If a lie is repeated often enough, it becomes the truth. My, what a smart thing to say. Have you read a good book lately? No comment. That was a dirty trick on from both of you. Just for the record, I never said the muffin was poisoned. Now that's out of the way, we can move on to the second case. I hope you still remember the details of the double locked room setup. For the most part, both keys were in the other rooms. Before you say anything, I wanted to know if you remember the blood message. The one saying Christina? Sure I do. The true culprit wrote that. If you think it's me, can you tell me why on earth would I have done that? Well, let me quote something. You could catch a culprit even if she was right in front of you. Who's to say that writing your own name in blood wasn't a taunt? Alright, point taken. If I were the true culprit, it's not impossible that I might be taunting you. I think you deserve a heart for that. I haven't been losing any. Much appreciated. Anyway, let's move on. Time to explain the locked room. Yeah, it was one of the victims. I remember when Wiki inspected her body, she said that Christina might still be alive. So, nothing could be easier. Since you were dead, the culprit must have been a victim as well. Most likely, someone retaliated by fatally wounding you while you were killing everyone. See? Easily explained. If you're gonna name me as the culprit, at least give me enough credit to be professional about it. Objection. The true culprit never died in any case. I'd be far too smart to let a potential victim end my life. But why is it pink? What does it mean when it's pink? What do you mean when it's pink? What does pink mean? But why was there so much fuss about Wiki saying you were still alive? Wiki's a skilled liar. Anyone in this courtroom could attest to that. Well, then say it in blue that you were dead. Oh, Crash Pilot. Do you think that's how you'll achieve anything in life? What's next? We ask Wiki to say in blue that she loves you or else you won't trust her? Something completely different. You know what? Go for it. Use this big truth as the basis for your theory. I love knocking over shaky theory towers. The true culprit wasn't actually dead in the first place, which means you were still alive. I guess Wiki was right when she said she saw you smirk when she tried to examine you. Could it be that someone's very ticklish? Very funny. Want to argue that way, then so be it. Objection. How do you explain the fact that Gerard confirmed my death when he found me under the table? And what about my own sister confirming that it was me to rule out any doubt? That's easily answered. The body that Gerard discovered was... It was dead. May I remind you that your entire theory is based on not dead? Let's see. Not alive. But there was no living body, meaning it wasn't alive. That doesn't mean the body was dead. It could have been a dummy. You understood the difference between being dead and not being alive? Render me somewhat impressed. Too bad I have to shoot down that theory as well. Objection. When Ilmarin and Gerard unlocked and entered the library, there were exactly 4 dead bodies inside. That doesn't disprove anything. Do I need to remind you that you searched every nook and cranny of the library and still couldn't find another dead body? Also, since we're on the subject, let me add something else. Objection. When Ilmarin and Gerard unlocked and entered the library, no one else was alive in that room. In other words, there was no one hiding in the room. No dead body, no true culprit. You must have been hiding somewhere. There's no other way. I know this sounds heavy, but I was dead. No hidden shenanigans at work. In fact, even the lounge key was clearly visible. The culprit wasn't even trying to make it difficult for you. Hold on. Hold on, what do you mean by that? Well, the lounge key was part of the locked room, so... Objection! The lounge key is irrelevant since it can't explain how the locked room was created. The only key that can start unraveling these locks is the librarian key, which we discovered in the lounge. So what? It means you were hiding in the lounge at the time. Are you nuts? Objection. First, Bellamini confirmed that I was under the table in the library. Second, you searched the lounge thoroughly and couldn't find me. And to your second question, we all know where you were hiding. We couldn't find you because you were hiding in an impossible to see spot. You were in the secret tunnel between the basement and the lounge. At least don't portray me as a villain who breaks the Nox rules. There's no need to stay in the tunnel. The chimney's good enough for such things. Whatever, you stayed there until Gerard and I unlocked the door between the lounge and the library with the master key. After we left, you switched places with the body under the table pretending to be dead. That's ridiculous. Why would I do something so complicated in the first place? Obviously to create a twist and murder mystery for me to solve. But that would be way too risky. You could have re-entered those 2 rooms at any time. That's true, would have been extremely risky. But not when there was someone helping you. Right, process. Remember when Bellamini tried to enter the lounge and you put her in chains? Who doesn't? What's your point? Yeah, why are you pointing at him now? It turns out that the whole situation only happened because he was stalling for time. Time for you to remove the fake body, while tossing it out the window. Then you stabbed yourself with his knife. You put it under the cushions of the chair. Finally, you positioned yourself under the table. Not bad. Really not bad, Ilmarin. I was going to argue about the lack of soot marks on my body, but I guess there's no point drawing this out now. Your theory's quite solid. It's something I would certainly do as a crafty mastermind. I'm almost humbled by how much credit you give me. Finally, a man who understands how smart I am. Is that a confession, Christina? Dream on. There's still 2 pillars you have to conquer. How about we move on to the next one, Gasfinger? If I'm not mistaken, you want to discuss something else about the second case. Indeed. Amar, do you happen to remember what Bellamini's gun smelled like when you examined it? I'm kind of worried now that you know about it. Alentura was very detailed on her explanation. I heard that this jasmine perfume is actually quite important to the case. How so? I'm sure you've noticed it yourself, Sol, but I'll gladly explain to everyone here. The problem with Bellamini's gun is one of the 2 murder weapons. Its distinctive jasmine scent was unmistakable. The smell is the same one as one of her exotic, expensive perfumes that she rarely uses. Now, here comes the fun part. How did the perfume end up on Bellamini's gun when she applied it after the charade session? I'm so confused about how this is connected. Care to explain? Gosh, Ilmar, think for a moment. Bellamini used the perfume after the charade session. Yes, and how would the gun be affected by this perfume? Because I know she usually hides it in the bathroom. Didn't you say that you didn't know that she had her gun with her at some point? That's beside the point. I said that to Gerard in reference to a different case. Stop causing confusion now. Okay. Please go on. Obviously, the smell of the gun was affected by the perfume she applied to the bathroom because it was nearby. In other words, the gun was in Valentine's room when the murders happened. And it's funny that a certain chaotic woman decided to put duct tape on my sister's door. While the seal was in place, nothing could break the fact that Valhamine was in her room during the time of the murder. The seal was only broken by process after the murders had already been committed. So next comes the most important question. How could I have had access to the gun when I couldn't enter Valhamine's room at the time of the murders? In other words, the main locked room you have to deal with is not the lame double key switch setup. The real locked room masterpiece is Valhamine's room because the weapon could not have gotten into my hands. Christina, no offense, but you sound like a maniac who enjoys creating crazy murder mystery puzzles. Really? My bad. I just got a little too invested in that bit. It's actually not that different from structuring an episode in Wachowski. Wachowski. So I guess I have some experience with it. Anyway, thanks for the brief. I think I understand it now. You're welcome. I hope you see how this will be the end of your detective career. You're way too invested in this now. You can't blame me. It's fun to be on a big stage like this. Well then, let me come up with a theory. I don't think we need to talk much about this. You probably overheard Valhamine and me talk about my favorite woman's perfume. How does that have anything to do with me not being able to enter Valhamine's room? Can I get an answer? I mean, I might have heard you talking about your favorite perfumes, but what does that prove? Proves you knew in advance that Valhamine would use it. In other words, you could have easily snuck into her room, stolen her gun, and sprayed perfume on it. Objection. Yes. So what's your objection? Christina, what's wrong? I shouldn't have said that I knew her gun was usually in the bathroom. The fact that my sister usually moves the gun around and that I apparently didn't have enough time to find it was supposed to be my trump card in this case. I was really too over-eager during my explanation. In other words, you have no valid objection. That's the case. Ilmarin's theory is stupidly simple, and I cannot refute it. Well then, it looks like Ilmarin got an easy one in this time. Only one more pillar to go. Scared Mickey Wits? What a throwback. I still remember saying that to you when we first met. I never imagined I would stand in a demon court with you discussing whether or not I'm a mass murderer. Neither did I, and hopefully this won't last much longer. Too bad I came here to win, Ilmarin. You better brace yourself for the final case. I've been in the entertainment business long enough to know that the finale is the most important part of a show. So don't expect me to make another blunder. Now, let's hear about the final pillar that conceals the true culprit's methods, as well as mine. Ilmarin, make sure this counts. No one has ever reached a point that far except for Miss Wiki Hagen. Wiki called her final case the elevator that broke her neck. Need to be careful now. Gasfinger Christina have surely set something up to mess with me. Alright, here it comes. Listen closely. First, I think we should acknowledge that you had access to the master key. I can see where this is going, and we both know that the gruesome blue truth has already destroyed its destination. Nevertheless, I'm curious to hear how it goes. Tell me more. Why are you going with the theory that I, of all people, had access to the master key? It's because of the real locked room, just like in the previous case. The real locked room was Valhamine's. What? Her book was about learning Finnish. Was found in her room. Okay, so what? Valhamine visited me at night under the pretense of wanting to study Finnish with me. It's only logical that she would bring the book she uses to study. I guess? Oddly enough, we didn't find this book at the crime scene. Instead, it was in her room. And her door was locked. Her real room key was inside the locked room. How did her room key and the book end up in her room when the door was locked and nobody else was in there? Ah, now I understand what you're mumbling about. So you're saying that for some reason, I must have murdered her and then put her room key in her room? Exactly, to lock her room again, you must have had access to the master key. Technically, it's possible that I could have done that, but what's the point of all this? It's to show the master key was involved in your scheme. Since that doesn't prove anything, I might as well ignore it. But on the other hand, Objection. Elspeth had the master key with her at 10 p.m. and she used it to unlock your door at 8 a.m. You most likely stole the key between then and gave it back to her. I stole it? How would I do that? Wouldn't Elspeth have told everyone that her master key was stolen? She would have if you hadn't blackmailed her. Look, we found this interesting piece of paper on her while she was unconscious. Oh, Mark, can you read aloud what it says? Of course. Hope you're ready for an unforgettable night. I'll be visiting you at 1 a.m. I don't know about you, but this doesn't sound like blackmail at all. More like someone wanted to rizz her up. I was surprised if you wrote that note. A blackmail note should at least be mildly threatening, like the one Claire received in the second case. Gas figure, I think this calls for another penalty, seeing as how Ilmarin wasted our time with nonsense yet again. Alright, so penalty is in order. Oh, why'd you hit me? Don't tell me what to do. Just because you're the rival doesn't mean you're in charge. Ilmarin, I will allow your theory to stand. The court is accepting this piece of paper as potential blackmail. Wait, really? Of course! A blackmail letter disguised as a Riz letter. You have no idea what Riz means, do you? My vocabulary is ever expanding. Okay, fine. It's possible that I had access to the master key at one time. So what? Oh wait, don't say anything. I know the perfect follow-up to all this. It's a follow-up that'll cost you the whole trial. What? Everything now hinges on your next answer. Really? Is it that drastic? Don't say the wrong thing or it'll cost you. Which key did I supposedly use to get into your room? To get into the room? What if you didn't? What if she was just like, hey sis, let me in? Hold it, you didn't need a key. You were already in my room before Helen and I started our date. So I was there before your midnight date, okay. And your door was locked during the date until Valmini was murdered and I finally escaped with the master key? Right. So it's the only logical conclusion that the true culprit didn't need a key to enter the room? And since you're pointing at me, your theory says I must have been hiding in your room before it was midnight? Exactly, you just spelled the solution to this case. Then use this theory, if you dare. With pleasure. That's the solution. You stuck into my room before midnight and waited for me and Valhamini to enter. Ilmarin, it was fun having this duel with you. And the stakes weren't so high, I'd love to have another round. But this is where you finally meet your maker. Why, what's wrong with this theory? Nothing's wrong with it. Except for one itsy-bitsy problem. What is it? Would you like me to pull the trigger? As long as you don't shoot me with a real gun. Okay, let me take a deep breath first. Here it comes. Objection. I have an alibi for that time. Am I winning?
I don't know anymore. She keeps throwing big pig fish at me.
What? Are you serious? What do you mean you have an alibi? And why is that in pink now? That was the trap I had prepared from the very beginning. During the time in question, I was in the ballroom, sharing some dances with my designated partner, Ismail. Several people can confirm that I did leave the ballroom before midnight 45. Objection! You actually left the dance floor between 11 and 11:15. You must be very sweaty if that's the only argument you have. What's the point you're trying to make? Must have done something during that time? Yeah, I was in the public bathroom. I went to the ballroom shortly afterwards, so there's nothing wrong with that. Can't be. I refuse to accept that you did nothing to help prepare for the murder. Maybe you prepared a device that lets you open any door without a key? Objection, Knox. Number 4, no drugs. No unknown drugs, poisons, or mechanical devices that require lengthy scientific explanations are around. Alright, never mind. Wait. Now I've noticed it. All this fuss about Elsa's master key when you actually used the black master key to unlock my door. Objection. You are not allowed to use clues generated in non-Euclidean space, and this black master key is definitely non-Euclidean object. Okay, I have a better idea. Use one of those secret tunnels to get into my room. I've already found 2. Who's to say there are more? Objection. I do because of Knox number 3. All secret rooms or passages must be discoverable, and only one at a time can be relevant. Now I get it. I understand what you did. You went to the bathroom and swapped identities as a shapeshifter. Either onto her doppelganger that was dancing with Isabel. You were already hiding in your room. This alibi's fake. You got me. Just kidding. Objected. Docs number 10, no doppelgangers or shapeshifters are allowed. How many more docs rules do you want to break before finally accepting your inevitable defeat? How much longer do you want to struggle, like a fish being pulled on the line? Tell me, Amaranhala, why do you cling so tightly to life? Why don't you give up? Because it's not over yet. I could still come up with something. After everything that's happened, you're still fighting. Why should I give up? What's up with you? Scared that I figure out your last trick as well? What sin are you hiding from me? What are you afraid to reveal? Huh? What did I just say? Don't you dare look at that paper again! Christina? What's wrong? Why did you suddenly decide to lie down? Quarter isn't over yet. Gas figure, I think she collapsed. Curses, not again. Paper? What's wrong now, Christina? I think she's shaking. Wait, could you come up and check on her? Sure. Her heart rate is very high. Something's definitely wrong. Hey girl, can you hear me? I'm so scared. I'm freaking scared. I'm about to lose it. I may not be a real medical student, but I know one thing for sure. She's definitely not faking it. Gas figure, I think it's time to stop this. End this at once. But we're so close. So close to... So close to what? What's the meaning of this? What did you do to Christina? Nothing that should bother you. In fact, you should be happy that your rival seems to be out of the way. How would that make me happy? Her life's at stake right now. That's been the case from the very beginning. I don't care. Whatever process is talking about, stop it right now. It's so dark. Evie, can you hear me? I failed you. I don't want to. Yes, Finger, I protest as well. Is that how you treat your protege? Look at how much she is suffering. Stop this at once. Okay, fine. I accept that the experiment failed, but I don't know how to stop it. Which experiment? What's what you're trying to do? When you took over Olympia's body editor, you effectively fooled by Plan A. Christina was supposed to be Plan B, and Ilmarin Plan C. What plans? Please let me explain. When I took over Agatha's murder mystery show, I began to wonder, what if there's a way to bring her soul back? What if I could nurture the fear she embodies into a new host? That's when the concept of the true culprit came to mind. The true culprit would be responsible for all the murders I commit. Initially, I chose random dreamers who had already lost to me in the past for this role. But no one could keep up their disguise for long. And then, one fateful night, Christina discovered me. She found one of my relics from when I was human. One of the scissors that I used back when I was a miserable amalgamation of barber and tailor living in Marienburg. Marienburg? Where's that? It's what was once known as Prussia. Ah. A Prussian flag, so that's why it was there. Where was I? Right. This young lady actually reached out to me by putting my old scissors next to her while she was sleeping. Maybe it was a weird coincidence. Or maybe it was destined to happen. Turns out that someone recently tried to murder her half-sister Wilhelmine Anderson. And as a consequence, she fell into a coma due to a blow on the head. Hi, Taffy.
You want to hear about the murders?
By the time Christina met me, Wilhelmine had already lost her thumbs. As much as I felt sympathy for her, I stand by my principle of never returning something that already belongs to me. And that's what she proposed to bet. It was a bet so risky and absurd that it was worth pulling in Wilhelmine's stolen thumbs in line. Christina bet that she could act as the true culprit for 7 games in a row without getting caught. Cat hair. If she succeeded, I would return Velhomine's thumbs and send her back to the living world. I accepted without asking for anything in return in case she didn't make it. Initially, I was just thrilled to see what she could do. She became a murderer and had to come up with great ideas to outsmart some of the best detectives. And during the first trials, I noticed something. I saw how her fear grew. The fear of being exposed.
Yeah, shake a nice cup of tea, yippee.
Slowly but surely, I felt that I could hear Agatha's voice lingering through the hotel. Christina was exactly what I needed to begin my experiment of bringing Agatha back. I contacted Spallanzani to create a new vessel for Agatha's soul, one capable of shapeshifting like Olympia. I kept Olympia hidden in the basement, waiting for the moment when I would have the black knife back in my hands to start the soul transfer. However, Elitura's cat-like curiosity snatched it before I could use it. And without a doll to possess, I had to prepare a dreamer to be the new vessel. That's why Christina is currently experiencing the Mare Noctum. I cursed her to be the new host. Lamarn was also a likely contender, as I noticed he was receptive to the fear of being exposed. However, I decided that Christina was better suited. You may or may not have noticed that she begged you to figure out who the true culprit was after I cursed her. That was the sign it was working. However, it seems that she's not compatible with Agatha's soul. Her body is fighting against her influence. That's why she's shaking uncontrollably right now, and I don't really know how to fix this mess. Gasfanga, now you've done it. Sandman? You can't use the Nari Mockdom like that, especially when your goal is to transfer the soul of a deceased demon into a new host. Why do you think it took me all those years to find someone who would be compatible with Nathanella? For the margin of error is higher than 1%, you risk breaking both the Legrig soul and the dreamer.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Wait, really? This was a very unwise move. Now, how did you even inflict a mind Noctum in her in such a short time, when you didn't have access to my knife? Even short, I might have grabbed one of those romantic comics she loves to read to test all the research I've done about the mind Noctum on her. Gasfega, why do you keep creating one mess after another? Using books to inflict the mind Noctum sounds absurd. Well, it might have worked. I can see the result. This young lady's about to turn inside out and take Agatha's soul with her into the nothingness. Miss Bigowitz, rest assured, I will put an end to your suffering. Don't expose my secret. Ah, the time I cheated. And also, Agatha, in case you could actually hear me, it was an honor to have you as the queen on my side. Please don't be upset that I've already found a replacement. But now you must leave this host and this world. Ah! Yes! I need the rest. I made sure to keep Christina somewhat intact, but Agatha will never be able to return again. Gasfega, I demand that you accept your loss. Everything that's happened is a direct consequence of your unhealthy obsession. Hey! Until I am sure that this will not happen again, I will officially degrade you. Degrade? Allowing Miss Hagen to steal your knife was reason enough, but what you did just now was the tipping point. Until I am sure that you have learned your lesson, your rank will be the same as Elidor's and the Morrises. This can't be happening! On top of that process, can now give you direct orders as long as they don't conflict with mine. No! Anything but that one thing! It could be worse. It can't. Not my intention to make fun of you, Gasfanga. I listened to Agatha's suggestion to give you a chance because I believed in you. You may have been my most trusted minion, but I fear this status went to your head. Don't disappoint me again or I won't forget this debacle next anytime soon. I rest my case. Finish your trial. I'll be on my way now.
Well, thanks for helping us out, sir.
There's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. Gasfinger? I order you to admit you're inferior to me. Yeah, you got shame. Process! Yes? Did you not understand me? You can't seriously be doing that to me in this situation. Is someone not following my orders? Should I report this to Sandman? At present, I am marginally inferior to Process. Happy now? Close enough. Next time, follow my orders closely. And to reward your loyalty, let me give you a present. What's this? An Agatha doll. The one you lost a long time ago. Really? Wait. The hair color's different. It's not the same doll. Is this another trick? No. This is a lesson. Everything that you love, you will eventually lose. But in the end, love will return in a different form. Eggs, I guess. Is he implying something? I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but may I ask how Christina is doing? Her pulse normalized after Holmes did that strange thing to her. She's breathing normally. I'm not sure she can continue the trial. She looks very exhausted. I guess that means Hilmarin wins, right? Does it? It should. There's no rival anymore. Gasfinger, please tell us what we all want to hear. It hurts evenly. Evenly? How did everything end up like this? My whole plan. My rig. Gasfinger? Get your act together. Miss Doppelganger? Don't call me miss. We're friends. Listen, this has been the best trial I've ever witnessed, except for this little interruption. It's even better than anything Agatha has presented. I think you've surpassed her by now. Thank you. But you still need to nail the ending. I only came to this event because you were there. Otherwise, I certainly would have skipped it for reasons you should be aware of. Look, all of those dreamers and dream demons are still watching. They want to see the ending. You're right. I can't leave them hanging after everything that's happened. Thank you, Doppelganger. That was very kind of you. You're welcome, but don't make us wait any longer.
Double squid chopper, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, this would be the hotel, wouldn't it? The blood in your murder.
Alright, since I'm being given a chance to save,
Yeah, it's the Chama Squid. Yes, Domo, welcome. How you doing?
yeah, I think now should be a good time for me to take a bathroom break, because I get the feeling I might not get a chance to save again for a while, so I'll do it now. I'll be right back after these commercial messages. BRB.
Beep.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what Taffy wants. Like, I don't know if he's looking for murder. Okay, he wants to kill. Yeah, chase your toy. There you go. Like, you want fish? You want fish? I get you fish. Go get fish. There you go. Alright, anyway, let's keep going. Well then, I apologize for the long intermission. Since Amaran's rival can no longer fight. Given that Amaran provided an almost perfect explanation of how his rival must have been the true culprit, I don't think anyone would blame me for ruling in his favor. For those curious about how Christina might have been in Amaran's room before he locked the door with his key, feel free to figure that out on your own. But don't blame me for the solution. Christina came up with it. Now then, my dear audience, please let me announce the results. For the first and probably only time, the detective standing right in front of me, Ilmar and Hala, has successfully solved all 4 cases of my murder hotel. Yay! Ilmarden! Ilmarden! As much as it pains me, I shall keep my promise. Ilmarden Hala is allowed to wake up and return to the world of the living. I will personally ensure his safe arrival. Congratulations, Amaran. You've outsmarted me. Wow, this feels unreal. Did I really do it? I really solve everything? You solved enough to make it count as a win. You overcame your fear of losing something important. Well done, Ilmarin. Awesome. May I ask, when will you wake me up? Whenever you feel ready. I see. One more thing. Could you give Wiki her freedom back as well? Unfortunately, that's beyond what we agreed upon. She fought her own battle and lost. All I could do is allow you to wake up again. In that case, I'd like to talk with her for a moment. Go ahead. Hey, don't look sad. You've really done it. Thanks. But I had a lot of help from a skilled agent. And many others supported me in their own way as well. Still, I'm not sure if I even want to wake up. Why? What are you saying? Surely you have people waiting for you, right? Yes, my parents and my sister must be worried sick. You have a sister? Oh, right, I never told you about her. Warren, how many more secrets are you keeping from me? Are dreamers all detectives? Nah, just victims. It's like none of them are really detectives. They were all just forced into the role of being a detective. Not that many. I wish we could meet again. Made me realize that not all relationships have to be like the one I witnessed. Good. Because they could be much worse. That's the worst thing you gotta say right now. I know, I'm very skilled at this. You should practice kissing instead. What? Why? I felt it's an area where you could improve. Why you say that? I want you to prove me wrong. Oh, gladly. Well, you, Marin. Make sure to live your life. Don't search for me. And risk that someone else will find you? You know what I mean. I'll probably run in Helheim once the hotel closes down. But that's okay. At least I'll know that at least one person actually cared about me. That's more than I could ever ask for in my messed up life. I'll miss you. Say, Marin. Take care. And greet Hana for me. I'll be waiting in Helheim for her. I certainly won't do that. Yeah, it's probably for the better. Are you two finally done? Oh, I'd also like to say goodbye to everyone else. Well, it's time for that now. Gasfinger, why the rush? I need to practice my rule for my next adventure and make sure to restore my rank as second in command. I'm sure you'll be able to achieve that. You're the creepiest hotelier I've ever met. I'd say that makes you a damn good dream demon. Yeah, poor Wiki. Oh, Martin, I think you've rizzed up enough people in my hotel. I agree. Could you please stop flirting Gasfinger right in front of me? What? That wasn't flirting! Gasfinger, please wake him up before I start crying. With pleasure. Wait, why do you need scissors for that? Oh, well. Where am I? This isn't my home. Am I dead? Guess I'm... Ah, you're finally awake. Oh, excuse me, do you speak English? Yes, English is fine. I'm the head nurse. It's good to see you're finally awake. Where am I? We're at the Dr. Jadwiga Obozinska Krull District Health Center in Malbork. Do you remember what happened? Kind of. I think I made a crash landing. Yes, Venom. Do you remember your name? Ilmar and Hala. No amnesia. That's a good sign. Listen, you've been in a coma for 3 days. Your mother told us that she'll be visiting you tomorrow. I see. I must also inform you that we discovered that you have gastroesophageal reflux disease. Were you aware of that? Huh? It's a chronic condition. It's not too severe though, since it could be... So I really have GERD. I see you know about it. If you're feeling unwell, please let me know. We have antacids and H2 blockers ready. Thank you. I also need to inform you of something. Though we have reported to the authorities, I believe it's illegal to operate a machine when you're not feeling well. Right. That was very unwise of me. I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me. No, thank us. A blonde woman noticed your broken machine while she was driving to the hospital a few days ago. If she hadn't found you and warmed you up in her car, you wouldn't have made it. Was I alone the whole time? No, there was another patient here. Who? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being called. I'll be back in a moment, Mr. Hala. Oh, okay. Guess I had more luck than Colvero. What an unfair world. Huh? What's this? A toy ball? What's that doing here? I wonder. Like, oh, I guess that's the end. Sorry to bother you, looks like your DNS or Twitch shit itself again? Oh no. Everything seems okay on my end, so I don't know. But yeah, it looks like that's the end. That's the normal ending, at least. At least they seem to imply that Wiki might have found a way out. So yeah, no, overall, that was cool. I liked it. It's like, it was very creative. It had an interesting mechanic. It kept having all its twists and turns. So it was quite interesting. So that's why I'm like, yeah, nah, it'd be cool for them to have a true ending. But I imagine in order to do that, you have to do all the prerequisites, so... It's alright, though. You can still chat? Alright. But yeah, I think my biggest criticism was the fact that there was, like, a lot of characters to keep track of. Cloudfair dead again? Oh no. But yeah, there is a lot of characters in this game, and I feel like if you took a couple of them out, nothing would be missed. To be honest. Like, there's just a lot of characters. Like, were they cool? Yeah. Like, there wasn't really a bad character or anything, there was just a lot. Yes, the pink fish again. I wasn't expecting to finish this early. I knew I was gonna finish it today, because I was told, like, oh yeah, there's like 3 hours of the game left. I was like, oh, okay. There might be a post-credits scene, though. I don't know. Alright, if that gets us through the credits faster. cute art, though. Oh, they had a Kickstarter. Cool. Oh, the cat! Ah! That was a kitty on the screen. Oh, well. Where did I leave my experiment running? Oh, boy. Like, what does that mean? Alright, I was not expecting to finish this early, however, yeah, special kit thanks to Kat, though. However, I do have a short game that I was planning on saving for Saturday, but I'll just play it now. Since I finished so early. Yeah, like I said, this is good. If this interests you, wishlist it and wait for them to put in the true ending. I wish it was already in here, but even if it was, I already screwed my chances anyway, so oh well. Good game. But yeah, I already had a game back up. I already have it downloaded. I just need to set it up. Yeah, it's already full screen. I need to, like, all I did was download it, so it might be a little loud. I have to adjust it, so just give me a moment, please. Oh yeah, that's loud. Settings. Like, let me... Like, I don't want full screen. It's the thing. There we go. Got it. I got. Alright. There we go. Got it. Of course, it does that really annoying thing where if I click away, I can't see how loud it is. That seems like it's really loud. There's voices in it, so probably what I'll want to do is something like this. Yeah, let's try that. Did I go too extreme? Was that too low? I might have gotten carried away. That should be better. Maybe. I don't know, I'm trying to look at OBS without, like, clicking away. I don't know, you can tell me if I need to adjust the volume. Alright, I need to change the thing now. Yamari's room. This is short, this is only like 45 minutes long. Like, just going with the first title idea that goes to mind. I also now have to change YouTube. Because, again, I wasn't expecting this. So just give me 1 second, please. I appreciate your patience. Alright, I got YouTube open. Let me just change the title so when people walking in, they're like, what the fuck are you? It's like, what the fuck? This is a murder hotel. You're playing something else. What happened? Plus Mari's room. Let's see. Yep. Okay, save. There we go. Everything's all updated now. We're okay now. Everything's Daijou Boo. I don't know if I want to use a controller for this or not. Ah, I'm already using mouse and keyboard. I'll figure it out. I don't even know if this is compatible with the controller. I don't know.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where
Yeah,
is
get your
the journal?
Doritos ready. All right. Ooh. Can I go?
I don't want to
downstairs?
go back down.
Okay. Door? Look at this photograph. There's a lot of photographs.
Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was I thinking?
You thought redheads were cool, that's what you were thinking.
Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. California crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here.
Picture?
Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them.
Weather forecast?
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Okay, Orange Grove. It's 9 p.m. August 15th, 2042. So this takes place in the future, which explains all the holograms and shit. All right, now I'll knock on the door.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom. No, that's her parents' room.
Okay, fine, I'll go in here. Is this her room? Just trying to see here. I'm just trying to see if it's still too loud. Is the music still too loud? Because it's made in Unity. The thing about Unity games is if I click away from them, they're like, we're gonna cut everything. So I can't check. Journal? Hi, Kelsey.
Hi,
Yes.
Kelsey. Yes,
I'm talking to you.
I know you've been reading my journal.
Oh, she's reading it.
Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know.
I like the
I'm
oranges.
trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She
Oh,
would
no.
not be all right.
What happened to her? I have a dream. Hello?
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't. I don't dream. I plan. What I
Practical.
didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
All right, journal. We're gonna be friends. All is now harmed. Nothing was the same. All right. Orange peels?
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to love his garden vegetables and fruit.
Okay,
Or
so
not
as I
clever.
discover stuff, it's gonna add to the journal because I was like, why is this blank? Yeah, Kelsey took me night swimming at Mr. Jones' pool. I was scared shitless the first time, but 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Chill. Best night ever. This is 2018. All right, so she really loves oranges. I guess that's her favorite fruit. I prefer orange juice. The fruit itself is a pain in the butt to peel. I don't like that.
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
All right, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Bike helmet?
I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. I loved
Trip
skinny
shoot.
dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing.
Yeah, because she wants to
Really,
cover
I mean,
up
it was
so she's
Mr.
not
Jones's
indecent.
Pool after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was.
Name badge?
Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be. Until
Mari
showed up.
Torres.
I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry.
Oh, she's... Okay, so that was like her name tag for the place? Okay. I don't see any numbers on it. Green eatery card.
The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again.
That sounds
But
gross.
Some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking because he was out every night cooking his green stuff.
Okay. Anything else? Thought I saw something else. Guess not. Okay, keys.
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
Do something great. What if I don't want to? Ooh, doormat. I'm not a shadow person.
Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
What does that mean?
Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in.
Ooh,
Me and Marie never missed Jorge's
burritos,
tamales.
tamales.
When I was a kid, Jorge would put some
Tacos.
aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Okay. Anything else? Ooh, jacket.
She asked me
Ooh,
why I was so
cards.
angry all the time.
A new
And
deal.
I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck. and
Cool.
suggested I deal again.
Think, well, you got a nice deck of cards to work with. Ooh, shoes.
He had money. You see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right?
Yeah,
At the
they
time,
look
I didn't know where the
sparkly.
money came from.
T-shirt? For the food
There's
rescue.
No such thing
With
as
the
food
bunnies.
waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took.
I was like, speaking of, there's
Marie
pizza boxes
insisted on
here.
saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything.
Still haven't found any numbers yet. Smoking jar?
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day,
Oh
that
boy,
money
a
would pay
rock!
for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver.
Okay. Rock.
I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry. Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died.
Oh no.
She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. Home invaders stab a father, bashes a daughter. That sounds terrible. TV? That's all that's in the drawer?
Mr.
Okay.
Torres.
Oh, phone.
I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in,
Trevor.
sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
Don't worry about it. Eat boyga. Good boyga. TV? Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
Rubik's Cube?
Hated that thing.
Whiteboard?
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that.
Anything here? Ring binder?
Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship.
Oh, there's papers on the floor.
That's Maria's
4th
birthday.
March.
That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy. For her pizza and movie party.
Ooh, pizza party for
Or I
your
might have been a
birthday.
little jealous.
That sounds nice.
She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring?
Nobody.
Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room.
Oh. What do you mean by that?
Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound.
Oh, it's a kitty. You need a password, though.
Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later.
Map?
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
What have we got in the journal so far? Anything I could help us with the laptop? Okay. I tried to go all the way back at the beginning. Okay. High school kid saves classmates from hunger. Food rescue. In 2017. After a school article, people kept asking me why I did it. As if I were some kind of hero. So stupid. And I kept telling them the same story. Aren't they sick of it yet? Maybe I should publish a book. My life story. So stop bugging me. Crazy people. Here, for the last time. Last fall, I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack. As he stuffed the sandwich in his mouth, our eyes locked. He panicked, dropped the food, and ran. I never realized some of my classmates were actually hungry, so I joined Food Rescue. The help. There. The end. Everyone satisfied? We had a party today, celebrating 3 years of Food Rescue. Everyone was there, all those happy, familiar faces. Loved it. Kelsey came in. I never took her for one for the hungry. I don't think she knows my name, but everyone knows her. She's gorgeous. It surprised me is all. I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept the bag of groceries from me. Still, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. If this world allows someone like Kelsey Jackson to be hungry, it must be everywhere. So I'm going to fight it with everything I've got. OMG, they put me on Kelsey's team. My heart races whenever I stop to think about it. Don't think that she's all that pleased, though. I wonder whether she remembers me from food rescue. God, I hope not. I feel so connected to her. Isn't that weird? I'd love for us to be friends. She's just amazing. Can't wait to start working on our siding project. You get that? Our project. I feel like I'm going to explode from the excitement. Okay. I'm not fearless. Just stop. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there's much news in Orange Grove, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know. They're never gonna find them. I wish everyone would just stop. Leave us alone so I forget the whole god-awful night. Some think my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. Truth is, we never saw them coming. When a guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped and I would have punched him, scratched his eyes out. I swear. Could have killed them. But the other one got me before I even knew there were two. I never saw their faces, neither did my dad, so they never caught him. Aw. We're all just matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying. And she's right, but matter is also life, and life is something we need to take care of. She likes to be out on a lamb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam! Doesn't even realize what she's saying. Lost my place. Yeah, or maybe I'm too sensitive. Guess that'll show me to believe that we were friends. Guess I'm a shadow person after all. She keeps saying that. I think she's gonna break my neck, by the way. See if I care. I'm trying to ignore the fact that all of Kelsey's cute stuff is paid for with Trevor's money. Such a creep. I don't get what she sees in him. She says I'm jealous. As if. Thing is, she thinks she needs him to get away from all this, but she doesn't. She got away from her mom all on her own. Kelsey's the smartest, coolest, sweet person you can imagine. Doesn't need anyone to get her out. She can do all that on her own. Bet she doesn't believe that herself yet. Okay, I've calmed down a bit. That Lala night she was with Trevor, and he's such a fucking asshole. She's different from when she's around him. Not that it makes it alright. But she did come straight over to tell me she was sorry. She knows she was wrong, broke my window with that damn rock. She said I'd answer the call of the pebbles, she said if I'd answered the call of the pebbles, she wouldn't have thrown the rock. Ah, so that's what the rock's for. She's been there ever since, doesn't have anywhere to go really, except for Trevor. I'm glad she'd rather sleep here. Right now, as I write this, she's on the bed going over some notes from class. I like having her here, and Dad's okay with it. Oh, those sparkly shoes, she wears them all the time. Last night, the heels dug into my calf. That frickin' hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off her feet and told her, not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I wish I was a size 4? 9? 9, because they look absolutely gorgeous. Well, this is 9, so I'll assume this is 9. Just the font. On Kelsey's feet, at least. When I tried them on, I looked like a little girl trying on mommy's shoes. We have noticed, sweet journal, that there are less and less F words on these pages. I'm so freaking proud. Ha! Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, then it's hard to keep up. Do you know that as a little girl I used to curse abundantly, trying to extend my vocabulary here? I thought it indicated intelligence. And I guess it looked cute up to a certain age. But he said Mom hated it, so every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. Can't tell you how much that hurt every time, because I'd never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yup, vocabulary extension again. Every time I swore like a madman. Mad woman. Must have. She called me her friend today. I'm not a shadow person anymore. She's my friend. Elsie's so angry at the world. Like, all the time. It's kind of annoying. But I get it. We have a different story to tell. So as a friend, I did the only decent thing. I told her she could do anything she wanted. She just had to make it happen. Not wait for it. I told her to deal again. Not drugs. The cards. Yeah, the deck of cards. Kelsey broke up with Trevor. Finally. She could do so much better than that total loser. He assaulted her in school hallway. Of course no one saw it happen, but he literally tore the clothes off her body. Fuck. I rose up to swear, so there you go. But she's done with him now. Things can only get better. I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at the most impossible hours. Just to yell at me. Calling me names, threatening me that if I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do this or that. As if I've got her tied up in here. I now unplug the phone when I go to sleep. Oh god, this Trevor guy sounds crazy. It took me forever to convince Kelsey to ride a bike because it ain't cool. Our rides are the best part of the day now. On this day, we rode them through Mr. Jones' Orange Grove in broad daylight. We got home with a basket full of the juiciest golden oranges. I don't even think about getting caught. There's been another home invasion just 2 blocks from here. They killed a woman this time, and the police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was him in our house? I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big, but Kelsey says it isn't true. Now, Trevor's a bastard, but would never commit such violent acts. Look at the torn t-shirt. I think she might be in denial there. I did it. I hope I'm not going to regret this. We needed this. Beer, water, and oranges. Like so many nights before Trevor. No, I'm not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named, shall not be named. Not today. Is that the last of it for now? That might be it for now. Alright, let's look at the laptop. We might...
She must have written it down here
Shadow!
somewhere.
Person! Got it! Woo! That was easy. Kitty? Kitty GIF? Oh, that's cute. Alright, email?
Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Harassment by fellow student. Hi, Mari. It grieves me to hear that this is how you feel, but I'm afraid there's not much I can do at this stage. I understand you're alarmed and feel unsafe, but Trevor has not broken any school laws, nor has he hurt anyone. I'd like to invite you and Trevor into my office to see if we can start a conversation between the two of you. Let me know if you're ready to talk. You know where to find me. Kind regards, Principal Phillips J.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
Damn. Stalker! It says 5, but I don't see a way to, like, scroll through the email or anything. Yeah, it's like classic school bullcrap. Yeah! Alright, let's see what's over here.
One day, I
Jeez.
just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them. That they were who they were without any pretense. That they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them.
Okay. My pet's missing.
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days.
Aw, she lost her
thought I couldn't
cat.
hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor.
You bastard! It's like, we find Trevor, we catch him, we tie him down, we point a gun to his head, and we ask him, where the fuck is Bumblebee? And if he doesn't answer, we start shooting his kneecaps. We will find that cat. Bumblebee usually wears a red collar with his name. He's an orange chabby with white chest and paws, green eyes. Please help me find him. Aw.
Marie, what were you thinking?
Okay, she was already one step
You know
ahead of me.
that's
Okay.
illegal.
It's like, she was already prepared. That might be it for now, but at least that seemed pretty important.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window. But she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again.
Damn. Yeah, I was like, can I open this? La La Land.
That movie was a shit.
Ooh, a
piece of
QR
crap.
code.
Glad Trevor snuck
Quick,
us in.
scan the
I don't
QR
think I
code,
could
see
have
if it
handled
works.
Wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
I'm looking to see if I can scan the QR code. What are you? Oh, it's an Easter egg. Well done, thank you. Well done, you. Thank you so much for playing Mari's Room. Aw, it's a little Easter egg. That's cute. Alright, okay, drawer.
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My
Aw.
mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
Oh. Record player? Fan?
Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us.
Guess so.
I wore those a lot. Not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know.
Beer.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we
California.
decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that.
Anything else to look at? The cat tower for Bumblebee? Ooh!
Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie.
Okay. Alright, let's see what, new pages I got. Alright, rest well, Doom Guy. Thanks for stopping by. I screwed up, but I was worried. I'm still worried, and what else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been to food rescue in a while. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't hungry or something, so I offered her my sandwich. Oh, why'd I do that? No, we'll never be friends. Good one, Mari. Really, really well done. She looked at me like I was crazy and walked out, and now we're behind with the project, too. Hope we meet the deadline. Of cats, because they're not afraid to be difficult. Truth. Aw, picture with mommy.
Kitty cupcake. Oh, that's cute.
Fuck, I'm so stupid. I finally got to see La La Land. They showed it on classic nights at the theater. I went with Ben. Loved it. Kelsey was there too. I was so happy to see her. I actually freaking hugged her and she pushed me away. Asked me what I thought I was doing, and the treasure asshole was enjoying the show. And her stupid cheerleader friends. Let's see. I think this part's new. I feel out of place everywhere out of this room. She said she was sorry, I know. But fuck, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, and that's not what a friendship should be like, right? I feel disconnected. She did not want to be my friend. She was embarrassed. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yeah, we had all of that. Okay, today was a good day. Only 5 emails from Trevor. Only 5. I hope he's finally getting it. She's not coming back. He really holds me responsible for it. I can handle that if it keeps him away from her. When I saw him in the hallway this morning, he slid his fingers across his throat again. If he wasn't such a scary-ass clown, I'd laugh. But he does scare me. I don't tell Kelsey these things. She shouldn't worry. 5? There were times that... These are the good times that make me forget. All my troubles seem so far away. Wait a minute. Is that a song? I think so, yeah. Okay, I think this is all new. They're not listening! I've tried every authority at school. I even tried the cops, but they just patted my shoulder. Poor little girl's still traumatized. Bump on the head didn't do her any good. Fuck. Yes, I'm swearing now. A jar full of candy. What should I do? I wish I could tell Kelsey, but she'd go insane and get herself hurt. Or worse, go back to him. Trevor's dangerous. I know it's him, and there's nothing I can do. They never believe me. I don't think I'll ever see Bumblebee again.
No, not Bumblebee.
I can't sit and watch. I'll have to be fearless. I found this site where you could buy guns off anyone. Not that I mean to shoot anyone, it's just... I don't know what to do anymore. For protection, you know? Isn't that what they say? Anyway, there was this guy who wanted to sell me this totally new 9mm. I'm meeting him out of town somewhere. A little shady, I admit, but with Trevor lurking around, I'll take my chances. Let's see. 1... Yeah, there's been numbers all over the pages. Hold on. 3. 4. 9. Let me write that down. 3, 4, 9. 5. 1. So 34951. Okay. That was for this.
I need to find the key. A
3,
5-figure
4,
number.
9, 5, 1. Open sesame.
Yay!
Yay!
Good work, Kelsey. Oh my god.
She really did buy a gun. Oh my god.
The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us.
Yeah, Trevor.
I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it. So I said some things I shouldn't have.
Oh no.
She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor.
Yep, she was right
there
all
in the
along.
room. He'd just come in through the open window.
Oh god, he broke
How
in.
did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home.
Damn,
He said to
stalker.
Marie, I told you not to mess with me. But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife.
Oh god.
I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands.
Good.
He went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head.
Fuck.
I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches?
What?
Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father.
What a fucked up
Then
dude.
Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it.
Oh
I
god.
screamed in frustration. No, that's not what happened. Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that. Hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything.
Well, then what really
I wanted
happened?
to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When
So-
I realized
oh
how
my
badly
God.
injured she was, I called the police.
This is
I tried
terrible.
to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor.
Girl,
went
at this
nuts,
point, I
charged
wouldn't
for
blame
her.
you for
She
shooting both of
screamed,
them.
Told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders, and
Oh, there you go. Much deserved. Thank you.
what you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Good riddance. Do I have to?
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let
boy.
Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking, like, forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
Yeah, I'll get there. I see a map.
She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car. Of course I knew it was her.
Vancouver.
Who else? There was only one thing to do. Get to Marie.
Canada.
She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver.
Yeah, I'll grab the
freezing my
journal
ass
now.
off in that tin can of a car.
It's like I got all the journal entries at least. Does Jade open it up? Okay. So this is the last part. I regret food rescue. I regret the science project. I regret it all. My father could have died because of me and my inability to pick real friends. Kelsey never was who she said she was. I never really knew her, it turned out. It's all been bullshit, and I'm so stupid. I should have realized at that Lala night and walked away for good. Because someone died. Right in this room. I made him die. I pulled a trigger. Made a bullet pierce his head. Quit honking, I'm reading your trauma! Made his blood soak the carpet. Ripped through the cracks into the floor where I'll remain forever to bear witness to what I'm capable of. I can't stay here. Am I the same me? I don't know anymore. I have to fix this. Fix me. Away from her, I have to focus on the positives in my life and stop questioning myself. Why'd she do it? Why did I do it? Did I deserve it? Am I an evil person? A killer? I shot him in the head for Christ's sake. I could have gone for his leg. Dad tells them intrusive thoughts. I say they're the truth. I'm stronger than I look. I can do this. I'll go up north to Uncle George as Dad suggested. Nice and cool up there. I'll be able to think and finish high school. I'm leaving the journal here because I need a clean slate. And fresh pages. I'm sorry. Dear Diary, maybe I'll send for you someday when all this is long over and I've dealt with being a murderer. And then I think this is the last thing I wrote. Yeah. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm really trying hard, but I don't know because I don't understand any of it. You were my friend and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you. I stood up to him because of you. But you... I don't know. Right now I can't be near you. So I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be alright. Mari.
Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them.
Alright, I think it's time to go. And that's it! Alright, that was a short, sweet little story. Somehow they still managed to stay friends after all that. It's like, oh yeah, I know you broke into my house and beat me over the head with a baseball bat, but we can still be friends. I murdered your psychotic boyfriend, so we're even. It's like, then again, she's lucky that Marie just didn't shoot her as well while she was at it. It's like, you both broke into my house. How dare you? I know, they're both friends, and forgiveness and all that. Yada yada. Whatever, it was cute. At least there was cute cats in it. Alright, well, that's it. That's all I got. Well, thank you all so much for coming. Tomorrow I'm gonna start up something new. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but we'll see.
Something new, something fun, something exciting.
So let me go find someone to raid. I'll go raid this person. I think it's been a while. Maybe. Alright. Good night, everyone. Rest well. Eat your vegetables. And, murder's bad. Unless people break into your house, then it's self-defense. Good night!